Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to D&D. In the world of Vaniya, we're engaging in a horrible mess of violence. When we last left off, we were in a goblin cave which had just been cleared of goblins and we'd executed a goblin chief, and I demanded y'all check out my cool fire simulation. That's not a euphemism.
It's a good-looking fire.
It's true, it was a good...
And a mighty one at that.
So, pray tell. Who remembers what happened?
Okay, so we'd slept at the Cedomir farm and we woke up first dawn. Elves don't sleep, so Ash wasn't sleeping. We were given meat porridge for breakfast, and then we went out to investigate while the tracks were still fresh since it started raining. We came across some dogs, and we beat the shit out of them, which actually gave Seirian and Svetlana a bit of trouble doing that because we like dogs. Eli taught Svetlana how to perform detect magic, and we were able to discover a few things about possibly the Elthryn killing the goblins. So we went a bit further and we discovered a cliff with two entrances. One entrance seemed to lead to zombies and all kinds of bad stuffs, and the other entrance led to a sort of goblin encampment. So we've just gone in and we've cleared out the goblin encampment.
There was some like magic stuff. I think that magic. We did that investigation in the middle.
You did harvest a crystal.
Yeah, and the harvesting of the crystal. Those are the two things that I had in the notes that I thought that you didn't cover. That's all. That's all I had extra. I don't know if Ash has anything fun about her experience with zombies.
Yeah, so I was the one who crawled into the space to the right that you cannot see currently, that we are maybe or maybe we're not going to explore that section of the cave now. I was the one who thought it would be a good idea to crawl into space, into a tight space, and face dangers that I cannot see, and I feel like there was a near-death scenario again for me. That was fun. It was definitely fun. And there was, from what I have told the group after that, is that I have discovered some glowy lights in there as well, some floating bodies in a... The zombies came from the same direction. There are some leftover bones in there as well, so it's definitely suspicious, and we might want to investigate that. And I'm wondering if the goblin chieftain has anything to do with all of this, or if he's just...
My initial thought is that they're just peacefully coexisting. Like, the goblins know not to go over there, basically, but they also know that no one can sneak in that way. It's like having like a... They're like Shelob, the spider.
Okay, yeah, okay, that's not a...
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah, that makes sense, yeah. Actually, I didn't think about it.
Because they don't
this
seem
way.
like smart and aggressive, right? Like, they didn't chase us. They haven't like trudged through these tunnels to come find us.
I was wondering that as well. I was
Have we had a long rest or a short rest?
Technically, you haven't taken any kind of rest yet.
Okay.
I dragged you over here because there was a fire that I wanted to show off because the goblin had a fire here.
Should I reset my action search use then?
No.
Because I did take a long rest before.
You didn't. There was no long rest. You didn't take one yet.
Good, there's only one change. That's easy too. I did check in case something like that happened. Good.
It's alright, I just
Mistake
needed to
redeemed.
know whether I needed to press it because I've used up 2 of my spells. Gotta stop casting magic every single moment I've got the opportunity to.
So what I would like to suggest then, so what's your health like, Svetlana and Seirian? I think the health HP for me and Ash is fine.
Yeah, I was topped off before.
It's good for me.
Y'all are good? Okay, then we don't need to rest at all.
I'm fine. Doggies can't hit me, so...
Yeah.
Okay.
So yes, you are in a cave. You do see glowing mushrooms here. They do appear to be glowing, and they are mushrooms. If you'd like to attempt to identify anything further, knowledge nature would be quiet.
I have to say something.
Okay.
I'm completely fine physically, but mentally I have a trauma now with dead dogs, okay?
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
It's important that you all know that.
If everyone in chat aware of that, by the way, Nyx is traumatized.
I am troubled.
Big trauma.
I want to cry, but because I'm a big woman that needs to protect everyone, I
Yeah.
don't want to worry anyone, so I try not to cry.
No, I understand. You want to be careful about that, though, because if you always bottle up those emotions, eventually something bad will happen.
Yes.
Wait, are there emotional demons in this game?
Ooh, emotional demons.
Yeah, like something that
Emotional
attacks you
demon.
when you suppress your emotions for too long. Is that a thing?
What?
I'm just
What did you
talking
say?
nonsense for the. I'm just talking nonsense for the most part. It was not really important.
What about these mushrooms?
So these mushrooms, you would know that it is not uncommon to find glowing mushrooms. These seem to be a garden variety glowing mushroom, which glows presumably due to something that it is consuming. You believe that they're probably inedible, or at least you wouldn't want to risk your chances with eating them because you know that a number of glowing mushroom varieties are poisonous. But apart from that, they're mushrooms and they glow. There seems to be a very healthy growth here, which would suggest that they've been receiving some kind of nutrition in some regard.
If I break off a piece, does it maintain its glowy properties?
So you would know that it would maintain its glowing property for a while. So it would be like,
Okay.
Half hour maybe.
What if you keep peeing on it?
Well, if you were to grow a plant pot of a glowing mushroom, theoretically would glow definitely.
Let's just strap a pot of manure and dirt to Ash's back whenever we're hiking.
What? I mean, why me?
Because you're the one who wants to grow the mushrooms.
I mean, I was just curious if that's how it works.
You're already
Does that
covered in
do-
dirt. You wouldn't notice.
It's true. Nobody else is really noticing that I'm that dirty, though. Or maybe it's just normal to be filthy.
What, when you're an elf?
I mean, I'm not any elf.
Oh, you're not any elf. What kind of elf are you then?
I'm one of the best ones.
Oh, what are the best ones called then?
Well, how do I respond to that? I'm a moon elf, right? Yeah.
Oh, you're a moon elf.
Oh, yeah.
Specifically
the-
a moon elf. And
Specifically
big
a
moon?
moon elf. Not any elf.
Yeah.
I'm a moon
The
elf.
big moon elf.
don't moon elves go invisible during a full moon?
Oh, I wish we do. I wish we did.
But yes, are you gonna take a sample of these mushrooms?
No. Personally, I'm not
No,
interested.
I don't care.
Okay, understood.
I might come back. I'm going to note them. If I decide I need a quick light source, I might come
Right.
back for them. But
That makes sense. Okay. So you've noted down the mushrooms there. They are a light source here. You're currently in an area which looks like it might have been used as some kind of like food preparatory area, which, makes the fact that they might have been using mushroom bath double disgusting.
they're goblins. It's okay. They shit where they eat. That's literally advice we give each other to not do, and that's not part of goblin culture. It's okay.
You notice that there are these fragmented kind of crystalline structures extending from the wall, which is somewhat curious. They look like they've been deliberately fractured at some point in time to create almost table-like structures, but that doesn't look like it was done recently.
Does that picture make more sense to me if I assume the goblins didn't do it?
Yeah, if you assume
Like,
the goblins
it was here
didn't
when
do
they
it,
got here.
yeah, that makes more sense to you.
I realized about something.
What's that?
I realized that we cannot, smell this thing that we're basically in the goblin's bathroom because As is next to us, so he's more stinky,
What do you mean I'm more stinky? I can't stink more than goblin piss.
Holy.
That's not possible.
Only elves can, actually.
Yeah, only
Hello?
elves. It's
Yeah.
elves
Racism
are
towards
exceptional in all
elves.
cases. Elves are able to be exceptional in all cases. Only an elf could be so stinky.
I don't gotta
You're
say,
truly special, Ash.
I've met a lot of moon elves before, and I've never met a moon elf quite as filthy as you.
Oh,
Well,
thank
no,
you.
this just proves the moon is made of cheese, Svetlana.
Is cheese quite that rotten, though?
I deserve better than this.
Prove
Right,
it.
well, there you go. There you go, Nick. Oh, sorry.
It's something in chat. You have to read chat to understand this.
Why would I do this?
So, Ash, do you want to go visit your undead friends, or do you want to explore this side of the cave first?
Oh, I'm all up for visiting them, but I'm not going first.
No,
Alright,
we should
I'll
send the
go
girls
first.
first.
Yeah.
We'll send the paladin and the life cleric to fight the
Yeah,
zombies. You and me
the
stand
ladies
in the
go in.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll go
I'll
in
go in the back.
first. You guys watch my back. And
Is-
one of you guys watch Ash watching my back.
I got you.
Do you not trust me watching your back?
I mean, depends on what kind of backs you like to look at.
There seems
All right,
to
we're
be
following
another...
Svetlana.
Yeah, there
There's-
seems to be some kind of a dead, vindictive goblin scrapper. Was he somebody we killed last week? Earlier today?
No, this was not one you killed out.
Oh.
He ran
This
over
is-
here and just died.
No,
So he's not
interestingly
friends, we
enough,
gonna did him?
It looks like he's
this-
sat at a desk.
Goblin Scrapper appears to be pinned to a stone slab by way of an object impaled in his back. In fact, curiously enough, like if it was more decorated, you'd suggest that this slab is some kind of altar.
Ooh, can I
But
find
it's
out?
not. It's not decorated. It's plain and it's simple, so it doesn't necessarily read as such. But you could absolutely roll religion, yes.
Put my thing down. Where's my religion?
Where's my religion? Yeah, I always ask for this.
I have many of them. I've got to pick up the right one.
Oh,
Okay,
true,
so
yeah.
with a 7, you don't have like enough intuitive knowledge. There's very limited information here, but presupposing that this is a the fact that this goblin is impaled into it with a dagger in its back seems very offensive, almost like it was deliberate and intentional. And you notice the dagger itself is of a somewhat strange design. It has a wooden handle that still seems live. There is a small leaf growing off of it, and the blade itself is of straight obsidian. Because if this was an obsidian, there'd be no way that this corpse was pinned to the altar.
I don't know much about crafting of that sort of nature.
Because obsidian would obviously shatter.
I'm just thinking, like, seems like a nice blade, but I don't think it would be a good idea to mess with this altar. Does seem like a nice blade.
He'll look around for any other clues as to the circumstances of their death.
Yeah.
So, like, trying to get a feel for who or what stabbed him, for instance.
Could I roll perception on that?
The initial perception suggests, this cave is dusty. Before you got here, there doesn't seem to have been much that have disturbed this area prior to your footsteps here in the last week or so. Maybe more than that. You can't really tell. You don't have huge amounts of information like glancing around. But you seem to have been the first people to have stepped in this particular area, at least.
Well,
possibly
Eli is
quite
not
long.
suspicious, so Eli will pull out the dagger, pull out the body, and look at, actually try and, look at what happened. Okay, if I can't figure out anything by looking at it, I'm gonna start taking it apart.
I trust Eli's judgment.
You pull the dagger out, Goblin, and as you do, the Goblin goes from what is essentially what seems like a not too long dead state to just instant putrefaction,
Ooh.
as if it's undergone a month of being left in an open air cave. Seconds, it practically the flesh practically melts off, and you hold in your hand the obsidian spike. There's no way this thing isn't magic. You don't know in what ways it's magic.
Right. I'm gonna take any spare cloth we have. I'll rip it off my clothes that I'm wearing if I have to, but I'm pretty sure I've got something spare in my bag, and wrap that bad boy up.
Excellent.
And I'm gonna hand it to I don't know, not me. I'm gonna give it to someone else. I don't really want a dagger. That's creepy and weird.
I want
Anyone
it.
want this?
I want it.
Here you go, Seirian. We don't really know much about it, but someone needs to hold on to it.
I'm not really interested in holding on to things that could be potentially cursed.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a look around to see if there's anything
yeah.
I've missed.
Yeah, so sorry, then can I roll investigation on the rest
Yes.
of the
Sorry, you were going to investigate the area.
It's all good.
Please roll.
Clearly some big shit happened when we pulled the dagger out.
Yes. So you roll investigation, you poke, you pry. With an 18, you think that what is going on here is that some creature. Interestingly, the stride, based on the small marks that you can see, the stride would suggest that it was a creature taller than a goblin.
Yeah, I mean, that tracks. This is a weapon that I would not expect a goblin to have unless they had stumbled upon it, so that tracks.
Would a goblin attack another
want-
goblin? I mean,
Goblins would
probably.
attack, yeah. So you ascertain there was some action that involved staking this goblin to this stone altar, is what we're calling it for now. You can tell that by the length of the stride that you can find in some of the old dust and dirt and such. It doesn't look like there was much of a struggle, which suggests either it was done by surprise, by willfulness, or by magical coercion.
So I don't know if maybe Svetlana has more insight into this, but it seems ritualistic.
Yeah.
This person was killed on this altar in this way, for a purpose.
I think he fully could have consented to taking it.
You mean either way, like any of
Yeah.
those three options, I think whoever did the killing, though,
I think this
killed
was
that person in
specifically
that
for a
place
ritual.
in that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we
I don't know if
think
we
a
know.
goblin is capable of doing that, or is there somebody else involved in all of this?
We think that whoever killed them is definitely taller than a goblin, and
Okay,
definitely wouldn't.
good,
I
yeah.
mean, I would expect that whoever has access to this knife would also not be a goblin. So now, can we also investigate the knife very specifically? Like, is there iconography on this handle? So the handle's growing, so probably not. The blade's chipped obsidian. Do we know anything about blade hand? Something like a living wood like this?
Isn't the Elthryn a giant living creature that's woody?
I mean, that is true. It may be associated. Basically, there's a couple ways you could go. You could roll nature. You could roll arcana.
I would like to definitely ply my magical knowledge here. Let someone else think about how rules
And I
of
was gonna
nature
say,
or whatever. Great.
Lastly, there's the option history, which would be trying to analyze this from a historical perspective. Like, is there any point in history where a tool like this has been described?
Yeah. Another thing I would be good at. I don't want to do all the rolling, but I guess this is my job.
Yeah, this is literally your job. Okay, so
That's fine.
No. I'm jumping into
Perfect.
to history. I'm kind of educated on that.
I have some education on history.
And
Okay,
who's
well-
good at nature? Because nature is just my int. I don't have training where I'm trained in arcana and history. So that's where I
not
like
good at
nature is definitely where I need the help if you guys have it.
I
live in
don't
nature,
have any
don't
good on nature.
Understand nature.
nobody
Apparently.
has any natural knowledge yet.
All right, then we're just taking the raw int scores. All right, let's pool all of our knowledge, guys.
Okay, so I'm assuming this is you collectively working together.
Yeah, we're all passing the dagger around the campfire and looking at it.
Ooh, I don't want to touch that.
Well, it's sitting. I wrapped it up, so you'd be laying it. It'd be on top of whatever cloth.
Yeah,
you'd
I'm
be
fine with
looking
that. Yeah.
Okay,
That's cool.
so between the collective discussion as you bring up various points, the historical perspective combined with a naturalistic perspective, this suggests this kind of tool might be something used by the elves. The northern elven kingdoms are very strong on the natural materials. The fact that it's still live wood suggests use of ability, and there is some magical aspect that suggests that the blade is reinforced in some regard.
Elves sacrificing goblins does sort of make sense. They are some really creepy people.
Excuse me.
The history roll provides some contextual understanding. It is very common to require, when making ritualistic sacrifices, normally the ritualistic sacrifice is some kind of animal that was hunted and captured live that is sacrificed ritualistically and then shared at a feast, for example. But it normally requires a blade of natural material in good standing, as it were. So not a blade that would have been used for offensive purposes, not a blade that would have killed a kin member or similar.
So blade especially made for a ritual like this. Well, not like this, but a ritual that.
Yeah, it has to be a blade that is cared for and considered, not simply a casual blade.
Yeah, not a weapon per se.
The fact that it was left pinned there suggests that it was an attempt at creating some kind of magical linchpin to the ritual to hold something in place. The exact nature of that, you're a little bit loose on, because historically this is a thing that's happened, but from the context of the arcane, you can't really, this is divine magic. It's not as strongly associated with the arcane magics, and you just don't really have, specifics. You'll definitely have to read up on this. But that does suggest that the ritual had a locus or an intentionality specifically to act on the goblin.
Yeah, I was wondering if it has anything to do with this status that the goblins were in.
It would make sense, right?
Yeah, it's either that or associated with the undead directly, but it seems like that's not the case here. So maybe it just... I don't know if it kept them in that state without them dying. It doesn't really make sense. I don't know. There's still something missing.
Okay. No, that's a good question. Can we, before we go explore anything we haven't looked at, can we go look at, the goblin chief's body? Does it look the same?
Oh.
So, Svetlana, you head over and you take a glance at the goblin body.
Which one was you?
Well, I mean, it's. I assume it's going to do the same to all of them.
Yeah.
That's
So,
the dude.
You examine the corpse, and while you can't ascertain like specifics, it does seem. So, Svetlana, in your religious duties, you've seen corpses. You know there's a difference between someone that's died at peace at the end of their lives compared to someone that's died in terror.
Yes.
With the kind of understanding of that, you have this kind of intuition of like when someone died horribly in a fight, or when they died terrible thoughts in their mind, or when they died relatively.
So I've never seen anybody killed before we went on these missions. So I've only seen people die at peace.
And you notice this goblin chief seems more relaxed in death, like they're done, like they're finished. Whereas when you first saw it, they had that kind of rictus of some anger still left in them, and now that rictus seems to have just been finished, as if whatever's done here is done.
So we do see a retroactive change.
There does seem to have been some kind of change. It's incredibly subtle, but perhaps a slight easing of the expression, a relaxation of the joints, that kind of.
I wonder if this goblin altar is responsible for the issues that's been happening with the goblins. But if that was the case, then why wouldn't the goblins remove the dagger?
Because that's part of what's happening to them, right? Like,
Yeah, that was probably part of it.
either they didn't have any will, like they were chained to the will of whomever performed the ritual, or they weren't really alive, or, you know, like I could think of a lot of different explanations for why they wouldn't do anything about it. That all kind of start with they couldn't.
Yeah, I suppose there is that.
I will say you are fairly certain that these goblins are not have not been
Okay.
And they didn't build this place. So I'm wondering whether this has been a curse created by whoever they killed to take over this cave, or that somebody created this place and then filled it with goblins. Probably wild speculation there.
Yeah. Well, now we can go explore that southern path, maybe. Let's finish exploring the west side before we go clear out that other infestation.
There seems to be
Okay.
be a path here as well that might connect to the path that we saw in the other room. Over
Sure.
here.
All right, well, I'll get in front of you. We don't want you
please
getting
do.
hurt. We'll keep you safe. Eli, keep an eye on him. I mean,
You got it.
we trust you, 100%.
I mean, keep him good. Better keep 2 eyes
Okay,
on
I've got mommy back here. She'll keep me safe.
First, the very energetic mushrooms here. You notice also a pile of waste and whatnot in this corner, which definitely includes. You can see the protrusions of at least a skull, and you notice that there is a large amount of what looks like predatory spiders navigating this pile and presumably consuming waste parts of bone and remnants. Any rotten flesh that might still be there.
Yikes.
Well, I'm assuming this is just all the corpses that the goblins have had. I'm not going anywhere near those spiders.
That's a lot of corpses.
Yeah. If somebody wants to investigate that, I suggest they follow Seirian in, because
Ceirian is not afraid of
spiders
some
terrify
spiders, right?
me.
I'm not afraid. Who wants to investigate this?
We're
With
scared
me?
of spiders, mommy. I'll go with you. I'm
Okay.
not. I'm a grown man. I'm not actually scared.
I'm not scared.
I am.
Okay, let's go.
I am going to back you up with some.
It's spider words.
As you approach, the spiders kind of collectively move somewhat away from you. They don't seem to really want to.
Okay, they are just chilling.
Is there anything interesting in here? Let us know if you see anything interesting. Let me know if you see anything that's worth me investigating. That's a better way of putting it.
So as you look at this collection of things, there's definitely like still personal effects amongst this pile. You can barely tell like one being from the next, though, and it's collectively grouped with some growing mushrooms in the pile and waste bones and rubbish, and this seems like it was literally just a detritus pit, but could probably search through it for value.
Okay. I will. Shall I roll perception?
So if you're just gonna search through it, that would be an investigation check to try and dig up what you can find.
Okay. I think there is something of valuable here. Let's check if we can find something. Okay. I'm going to be the first one in case the spiders are dangerous or something.
Okay, with an 11, this isn't particularly difficult to search through. It's just gross. You can fairly easily navigate your way through, and should you wish to, find a few items, and those items are going to be put in this chest for ease of navigation.
I can continue then.
You think you found as much as you're going to find in that chest.
Oh, okay.
Anything else is probably not worth finding, or it's too sticky and rotten to be of any value.
Oh, you found actually something excellent. What is it?
Money, compass. I like a compass.
Would you like to check with me?
Is it something cool?
Maybe. Do you want to see it?
Amazed at your
The
find.
spiders are not going to do anything. They are friendly.
I mean, I wouldn't say they're friendly, but they just don't
They
want
are
anything to do
friendly.
with
They
you.
are cute. They are cute. Okay, so they are friendly.
I will approach behind
Right, the
Tyrion
gold's been
a
split.
little bit.
Svetlana's like, I ain't getting anywhere near those fucking spiders. Fuck
I'm
that shit.
hiding behind Tyrion.
Anyway, probably should give the compass to has Seirian been the one who's navigating for us? Do I remember that right?
Ash and Svetlana have been doing the tracking.
Okay, then Ash should take the compass.
I will
Yeah,
gladly take
definitely.
the
Ash has 0 sense of
I lost
direction.
my last one.
Everything else is worth money. I guess a pickaxe could be helpful. Maybe it would have been more helpful if we'd found this earlier. I'll take it, because I guess it's more relevant to my skills than other people's. Everything else, whatever, I don't care. It's just money.
If you're Mason, are you familiar
Y'all
with
take it.
doing stuff with gems? Or is it just going to be valuable?
I'm not a jeweler.
Yeah, jewelers do jeweling.
That's it. Yeah, that's
Gems do. Masons work with stone.
Yeah, I can build shit. You could definitely make arguments for working with wood in a constructive capacity, but not as a craft, if that makes sense.
Like, you could build a crane, but you couldn't do intricate scroll work with that skill set.
Yeah, exactly. I'm good at building walls. Sometimes those need wood supports.
What is string or?
It's worth money. It's a shiny rock.
Oh,
So, tiny moon.
who picks up this?
You take it. You like the tiny moon. You take.
Yay!
I mean, you did all the dirty work here.
Yeah. You take the big shiny thing after you rummage through the trash.
Yay!
earned it.
Shiny things for me.
I have a question. Can I use my prestidigitation? Oh god, I have no idea how to pronounce that. On other people.
Prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation? Oh god.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Can I use
You
that
pretty
on
much
other
got
people?
it.
Yeah, it was close.
Yes, you can use prestidigitation on other people.
Right. Yeah, if you feel uncomfortable with your hands, Seirian, I can clean you.
You can. What?
I can clean you. I can clean you up. Make you look beautiful again. Or your hands, that is.
Do you think
can-
I'm stinky?
I mean,
Like
you
you.
just rummage through all of this pile of nonsense. I don't
Okay.
know how you feel
Goblin
about
trash.
it. It's up to you. I personally don't mind, as you can tell. It's just an offer. It's an option for you.
Okay. I think it's fine. But just because you're an elf.
So is that a yes?
Yes.
I love how Seirian seems to be trying to take everything as a personal insult.
I mean,
It was
For the
so
record.
suddenly.
yeah, then I would like to go ahead and use prestidigitation to clean Seirian.
Excellent. You just do that.
Ash, do you just like to be dirty then? You've clearly got the ability to clean. So,
I mean,
do
there's
you
still money
enjoy
left
the
in
muck?
that chest. Should we maybe split that up? There's money left in that chest.
There's 1 gold left in the chest because I split all the money equally, but it was 17.
Well, Seirian, take that, right?
Just let's move on. Someone take the money and let's go.
Yeah, let's move on. That's a good idea.
No one will fight over 1 gold.
Yeah,
that's why I just split the gold up. I was sitting there, split gold, don't want to have this discussion.
What if we fight now?
One of the key things that I think is really important in this, don't get too precious about it. You're all going to end up with some loot and you're going to get the items that you need. So don't worry too much about like, oh, should I take it? Shouldn't I take it? Like, if it's useful to you, be like, I'm taking this. And then people will complain if they think it's useful to them.
Yeah, when we're at the store later and someone's 1 gold short, we'll just give them the gold. Like, we don't care.
I like 1 gold coin. I want a shiny penny. That's light on it.
Is there any... I think we effectively explored everything except for that one path we've been avoiding. Is it time?
It's time for the revenge.
Are we going to fight zombies now?
Yeah, I think so.
Ooh.
You might get to that.
You want to go first, Mom?
I don't think I can use that spell again, but that's fine, right? Actually, can I use that spell again?
It's a cantrip.
Ooh.
You can do it till you die of exhaustion.
Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, I can clean you all up except me. That's beautiful. If you want to take a metaphysical shower, I don't know how that works, actually. I'm here for you.
Mommy's ready for blood.
There's nothing up there.
Let's slow down.
Careful up there.
Careful, slow down. Ladies.
Wait, can I give Eli my shiny stone?
You can give Eli your shiny stone if that's one. Eli,
I'll do you one better. Can you just cast light on my shield so I don't have to hold the stone?
The spell ends if you cast it again or dismiss it as an action. So okay, you can only have one source of light with the light spell.
Alright, well in that case I'm going to keep the light at the front.
Mark.
Okay, please be careful. Right over there, just a few steps in. You need to be careful now. They're right there.
Okay, so Svetlana, you hold still. Nobody go in front of Svetlana. Everyone else get into position you want to approach. Because I don't want you being out of position. Because you know that there's enemies over there, right?
It's the wrong button.
I thought you were just running in terror.
Everyone else be where you want to be at the start of combat. Whoop. I want to be on the other side of this cave.
Yeah. So I'm figuring you know where they are, and you're approaching with hostile intent. And I'm assuming you're not trying to be super sneaky and stealthy.
No, I've got.
I did not suggest it, so.
Yeah. I've got Sacred Flame here, and there are zombies. I'm pretty comfortable.
Yeah. So in that case, we are gonna start combat turn order with everyone aware of each other. This is like a mutually assured structure.
Oh, right.
Do we roll initiative then?
Oh. There's one thing that shouldn't actually be on here, and I don't know how to remove them. So if you see something that seems inappropriate, it's inappropriate. Don't pay attention.
In what way is it
inappropriate?
Inappropriate. It'll be very obvious if it's not meant.
Writing on initiative. Let's go.
Someone's eager to get out of here.
Okay, let us start the fight. Okay, so we begin. Elijah. Alright, you should be able to see.
Yeah, that's what I wanted.
Now, they are in a water.
Okay.
I don't know if that's going to affect your spell.
I don't think I can actually do anything clever, but let me just read the one spell where that's relevant before
They're in a hot tub?
Yeah, they're in a zombie hot tub.
God, I want to make it a hot tub.
Ooh, they're having some fun.
I think they might have forgotten their bikinis now.
Yeah, we don't need me to use real spell slots, right? I think I'm just gonna firebolt this guy. Until proven otherwise, I don't respect them.
That's reason. I'm assuming this is against miserable zombie.
Yeah.
An 11 hits. Roll damage.
Wow, you're wrecked.
Yeah. Okay, so you do 8 damage. The firebolt is effective. Like it's a zombie. You hit it with a firebolt, and you know for a fact that would have killed a normal man. This zombie seems merely pissed off.
No, not a problem. I'm gonna stand here, and I'm gonna end my turn.
Excellent. Svetlana, you're up.
Alright, I'm gonna make sure that I get ahead in front of everybody, get that light on people. I'm going right into the thing.
Smart idea.
And I'm gonna focus on the closest one to me, which would be the... Yeah, I'll go for the miserable zombie then. And I'll cast Sacred Flame.
They do not make the deck save. And shockingly, zombies are vulnerable to fire to radiant damage. Do 14 damage, instantly eviscerate the miserable zombie.
I wouldn't be surprised if you're capable of one-shotting them. For whatever it's worth.
Yeah, and I will end my turn.
Alright, going up here. I can see. Okay, it's time for a rematch.
Is there anything northeast of you? I can't really see into that room very well.
No, there's... I see a dead body in there, but there doesn't seem to be any imminent danger coming from there, and I don't see another path in there. So I think
No
I'm
movement.
fine.
Good to know.
No movement, no nothing. I'm going to aim at the ecstatic zombie with my longbow.
Excellent.
There we go.
That's a hit. Roll damage.
Aw. Sadness.
Minimum death. But still, you plant an arrow in it, it's becoming like a small tree, growing branches.
I'm still capable of moving and changing my weapons, right?
Yeah, you can do... Your actions are separate from your movement.
Alright, let me move up here and put my longbow in the other hand and equip the rapier.
Excellent.
The usual move, and that will end my turn.
Okay, it's the ecstatic zombie's action. It's going to move up. So it is just going to attempt to slam Svetlana. It's actually going to move up here, because it looks nice. It's a 7, that is a miss, as this absolutely useless sack of shit zombie does nothing.
Rejected.
Absolutely
Failed
rejected.
to slam.
Seirian, you're up.
Okay, can I move? Okay, I'm going to move here first.
So you can move through friendly squares, you just can't end in a friendly square.
Okay.
And that means you can also attack from friendly squares. You just have to have enough movement to get out of the square, buddy.
Oh, okay, I had no idea about that. Okay, so I move here, and I. So I hit this little bastard.
Okay. And where are you ending your turn?
I'm
Because you need
going
to be able
to
to end.
Yes, I'm going to end here.
Okay, that looks fine. Yep. Okay, you can make your attack.
Oh,
Okay.
For a second, I thought I mispositioned myself.
And with a great sword, it's going to be enough, I think.
That's a hit.
Damage.
10 damage.
Is he dead? Well,
Not dead, but you
Completely
have
dead?
carved a serious chunk out.
okay, now I move here, and that is my turn.
Okay, hungry zombie's up. You have wonderfully made it impossible for the hungry zombie to move up and stack attacks on Svetlana. So it is going to attack Seirian.
Perfect.
It's a critical miss. Eli, you're up.
That's right.
Good try.
They're doing their best. Yeah, so I guess I'll just attack the ecstatic zombie since he's in. I can see him and he's partially wounded, right? Seirian dunked on him.
That's
a miss.
Is a hit.
No, come on. These poor zombies.
I mean, they're zombies. They're not armored zombies. Okay.
I'm like, no, yeah, dude, I'm like, no scoping here. Like, this is bad. 0 aim from Eli, still hitting them.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, you good? Is that your turn complete?
Yeah, that, I mean, yeah, that's my turn. I'll
Okay,
move
Svetlana.
here. That gives me better
Gotcha.
sight.
Alright, I kind of want to see if I can one-shot that hungry zombie.
Okay.
So I'm going to Sacred Flame him.
Okay, it's not an unreasonable decision.
I like how you're thinking.
As long
It's
as
not a
I don't
criti-
roll a one.
It's not a critical fail, but it is bad.
It is funny.
Oh no!
Nice, that's a hot 4 damage. Well done. Did she one-shot him?
No, she's a little bit short of one-shotting him.
No, that would have been so cool.
It would have been cool, but like also that's still funny.
He just lose one finger.
Alright, time complete?
Yeah.
Ash, you're up.
Alright, I want to sheath my longbow and bring my shield up, and I want to smack this ecstatic zombie, right? With my rapier. Well, smack. Pierce him, I suppose.
Okay, excellent.
Well, fantastic.
Automatic miss.
Don't do this at home. Well, I guess I will just stand here and look him in the eyes or something. I don't
Excellent.
know.
The
Maybe he has
ecstatic
more,
zombie, sensing weakness, will attempt to slam you. And fail. The miserable zombie is dead. Seirian, you're up.
Okay, I am going to hit with my greatsword again. To the one on the right side.
Okay, 7 damage.
We were rolling low damage. It started out hot. Me and
It's
Summer were
fine.
hot at the beginning. And
It's fine. They can hit us. So
yeah, it's fine. I'm not worried.
like the doggies.
I'm a little worried.
Dogs are terrifying, just so you guys know.
Dogs are not terrifying.
Trust me, they are. Lag has been nice so far with regards to the.
Constitution saving.
What's he saving over there?
The zombie has made a Constitution saving throw. Despite you delivering an absolutely vicious blow, doing extra damage with slashing damage because these corpses are slightly rotted, it's still on 1 hit point. It refuses
Nice.
to die.
Oh no, it proc miracle.
Okay.
He's a half orc. Proct miracle. The zombie is flame.
That's all. That's all of my turn.
It is the hungry zombie, only has the availability to attack 1 target, which is you, Seirian.
Mhm.
And that's a crit fail.
And he keeps trying. Okay.
Good. Elijah.
Yeah, we're just so I kept blasting. So anyway, I was blasting.
That's a miss. I don't know.
Ooh, there we go. Elijah's back,
Nice.
baby.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
take your 1 HP and get wrecked.
yeah. It makes another Constitution save. It
There we
fails,
go.
crit fail.
Okay.
It fucking dies.
It should die twice now.
Yeah, I just had to burn it with fire. You know, it's
Just
that
had to-
simple.
Dump enough fire into it. It burns to death as you finally you manage to just overwhelm its like natural unearthly resistances, and you shred enough flesh from the thing that it finally collapses into a non-functional heap. Svetlana, you're up.
I'm gonna walk up to this zombie. I don't know if that's a good place.
I mean, it's fine for you.
I'm just gonna sacred flame his face.
I'll move that.
Thank you.
DM is showing favoritism to the girl for moving corpses. Sure.
Ooh.
What?
Oh!
The crit.
It
I am
just
offended by
refuses
this.
to burn.
His
To
only
his
goal.
face
His only
and
goal
makes
is to not get one shot by
What a
Summer.
twist.
I know I'm going to die, but I'll do it with honor.
This hungry zombie's like, I'm so hungry, I can't burn to death yet. I need to eat brains. Okay, Ash, you're up.
Okay, I wanted to attack with my rapier, but I think this is not what I'm doing anymore.
Just to be clear, you are standing in like a waist-high pool of gunky slime corpse water. Just so you're.
Tasty.
Yeah.
We got this. I can fix this.
I am wanting to get ahead for protecting everybody.
Yeah, no, absolutely, I understand. So,
I'm going,
Ash, you could move here and make the attack.
could move there, but I would cut Ceirian off. I think there's no other melee position from that spot, right?
Actually, like Seirian is in a melee position. This is a melee
okay.
position.
That
This is a
in
melee position.
Well,
This-
then I'll go here. Okay. Yeah, I didn't see that. Thank you. Then I'm going to just try to stab him again.
Excellent. 19
Fantastic.
roll damage.
There we go.
Okay, 10 damage. Your piercing blow lances through some previously vital organ as rotten blood and brackish water spews from inside. Seirian, you're up.
I'm going to do the same.
Cut him in half.
That's a hit. Shockingly enough. I'm surprised that you are able to hit the zombies.
Is this a critical hit?
No, because
No.
you didn't roll a 20 on the dice. You rolled an 18. You have to roll a 20 on the dice.
Okay.
And then get the bonus.
Yeah. You see how that 18 up there is green?
Yes.
The green means that's a crit. So like because it rolled a 20 minus 2 is
Wow.
18. So that's a crit for it.
Okay.
Motherfucker lives. You absolutely chunk into this zombie. There's bits of flesh and guts flying everywhere. Refuses to stop.
Hit me, there you.
Okay, Svetlana, this attacks for you.
All right, Sacred Flame.
No, it's attacking you. No,
All
no,
right.
You don't get Sacred Flame yet. It's trying to hit you. The 10, never mind. Like, why do I bother?
I didn't notice.
Should just give up.
It ineffectually paws at you between being like trying to attack you with an arm where it's just missing flesh from its limb.
Right. Blam.
It's a hit, still with a 9.
Still a hit. All
One
right.
damage.
Alright,
It's
back to minerals.
It's enough.
It's enough to force a Constitution save.
Here we go.
It misses it, so your
Correct.
1 damage firebolt
God.
eliminates
I am the zombie
this
killer.
hungry zombie.
In the end, it was the wizard, not the paladin.
I love it. I love it.
Fire is good,
Okay,
y'all.
so you are stomping around. There's like slime water everywhere here. You note that the kind of eldritch light that is up above you does, on the death of the last zombie, does seem to be fading. Not so rapidly that you need to worry about losing the light source up here, although you do have one. Also, Elijah, you've gained inspiration.
Nice. Thanks, Pixo.
I'm gonna have to make that more expensive.
You're gonna have to make it like 10,000.
Oh my god.
And a cooldown.
Maybe.
10,000
I'm a channel point. Scrooge McDuck though.
10,000
Yeah,
to
but-
bark? Oh my god.
10,000 baht. Full on NPC stream. Just make people do stuff in order to get inspiration.
I don't need inspiration. I'm too good.
It's true. You wouldn't lower yourself to barking for inspiration,
Exactly.
unlike some people.
Like, I know
Sorry.
you're talking about yourself, it's fine. But you don't have to tell your secrets in the stream, you know?
I would absolutely lower myself for any amount of money. Zero hesitation. But okay, the combat is ended. You've killed these guys.
Alright.
Eldritch light is fading.
So somebody, please, with some magical knowledge.
That'll
do
be
a
me.
favor, Check
Guess.
this out. It's creepy.
Yeah, I'll come over here. I'll come back and I'll do my
Step into
magic
goo.
looking stuff, and then we can ask Svetlana do her religion stuff if we have further questions.
Your arcane knowledge check suggests this is a basically this is kind of an accidental locus of arcane energy. So what you think has happened was not intentional.
Okay.
Trying to pinpoint these arcane locuses before applying large amounts of magic energy is near impossible, right? It requires so much arcane knowledge to ascertain. This doesn't seem to be intentional, and it seems to be a collection of what you would guess to be the negative intentionality has coalesced. It looks like there were corpses deliberately dumped here at some in what might have been a water supply. So potentially someone intended to ruin this water supply, and between the intense magical energies happening, it has produced this locus, which spontaneously raised it.
Okay. Thank you. There we go. Nailed it. I guess let's check out the other room then.
That's some good insight. I do
Can I
wanna-
roll for insight? Is that the right one?
What thoughts are you trying to ask?
What bodies are the zombies of? Like, are they goblin zombies? Are they?
They are not
human
goblin zombies. They are, as far as you can tell, the bodies are decayed humans or close human, possibly half elves.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, just mean like how the bodies got here.
Yeah, well, especially because they could be half elves. I'm a bit worried about the Cedomir farm and his children.
None of them appear to be children. They all appear to be adults, and they appear to have been here some.
Alright. I still am
Um,
suspicious of Cedomir, but I can't say that he is responsible for any of this. I'm just being generally suspicious.
Yeah, no, it's very good to be suspicious.
Alright. But I should probably state at this point, as Svetlana, that I'm very thankful to Ash And I think that maybe I have been a bit cruel and unkind in some of my words, and that I'm starting to notice that they are actually quite helpful and lovely, if arrogant. So
And smelly.
and and stenchy and generally unappealing, but I feel
Oh, my.
like I must recant some of my earlier words and thank them for helping the party,
I'm surprised.
because I feel like I may have been a bit unkind.
Can I hug them at the same time?
But I'm already covered in garbage, so I might as well hug. I mean, I will offer to hug Ash.
I gladly accept. You're probably the best human I have met yet.
Oh, thank you. and I apologize.
Because I am next to them and I listen to them and they are very cute and I want to hug them.
Aww.
Oh, I want to apologize as well. I was maybe a little too harsh on you being a human. It's not your fault.
Thank you. I feel like maybe we just need to get to know each other a little bit better, but I can recant on some of my ideas towards elves. You have been very helpful. And you did jump into here the first time and nearly get mauled by zombies.
I did. I'm surprised that we actually did not get clobbered by them. Those zombies were a lot less scarier than I thought. I don't think I want to interact with more zombies in my life, really, but this makes me hopeful that we can, if anything, beat zombies as a group, which I didn't think when we set out to this journey that I would be able to rely on any of you. Honestly, I thought I would be the one pulling this group. Turns out I was pretty wrong on that, and without the help of everyone here, I would have been probably dead at this point already. Twice.
Well, I will do my best to protect you and everybody else. I also think that you've been very brave for doing certain things, and I think that you've all been wonderful. But I'm saying that I trust you.
Also, I could offer you, if you want to get out of this gunk, I could offer you all to.
Yeah.
I'll look a little more decent if you want to.
Thank you. that would be most gracious of you.
But then we should probably just step out of the gunk. If we're done with the gunk, I'm not sure if you want to continue searching through it. If there's more to do, then.
I wanted to step out of that gunk.
Yeah, me too. I'm actually going to go ahead and clean anybody up that wants to be cleaned.
And I just run and hug them.
Yes.
And I do a strength check because I'm going to, I don't know.
Okay, so you're not searching the pond for anything. Good, understood.
We have more things.
I'm not the perceiver.
No, that's fine.
It's not my fault. No one else is
She's
rolling perception
murdering me.
checks in the rooms. We should be rolling perception checks.
It's fine. Fine. About it.
I
fine.
pull them with my hug. It's very strong.
With a 20 on your check, you could easily break bones.
But I have control.
Seirian, help! Stop! Can't breathe!
I'm sorry. I love you all so much.
Thank you, Ceirian.
Oh god, that hurt. That hurt quite a lot. I lost at least 1 HP.
Roll 1d8 crushing enough.
What is that?
Only a terrible GM would ask people to roll crushing damage after situations like that.
Oh god. No worries, we
Let's
can
do
just
it
rest.
just for fun.
No,
Why?
because it's
Don't
not
kill me.
fun. It's unfortunate. It doesn't.
You have to trust me. I'm not going to crush anything.
What? But if we roll damage, then you are crushing stuff, which was what I was getting.
Okay.
Technically, that's PvP. You know, you don't want this smoke. All right, you don't want to catch these hands.
Elijah, even if you managed to kill him, he would fuck up half the party before he went down.
Come and catch these fucking hands. These wizard hands. Let's go. No, that's cute. It's adorable. I like
It is
big
very,
hugs.
you guys are super adorable. I was not expecting there to be actual natural character development. I'm gonna be honest, you guys being relatively like new to role playing, I was expecting you to be kind of like all over the place, but no, there seems to have been actual like character development. The most adorable shit, and I love seeing it as a GM. Like you guys seem to be
Aw.
developing a group dynamic where you want to be working together which is not something you get in every group. If you don't have that, it's such a pain in the ass.
Even when everybody's fighting against each other constantly.
So do you guys want to check out the glowing light in the lake room, or do you guys want to check out the dead body that looks like it's got some plants growing out of it, which has big Elthryn energy?
Dead bodies!
I will.
Also, if you hear noises, that's Jojo. He's here with us.
Hi, Jojo.
Hi, Jojo, we love you.
Oh.
Oh, I don't want to step into that pool anymore. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and clean myself with prestidigitation
Oh my god.
myself.
Oh my god.
Oh my god! You're
And,
not going to be stinky anymore?
Actually looking quite decent suddenly.
Character development.
Oh my god!
He took a bath.
I haven't been this clean in such a long time. This is weird.
Clean salvation, please.
I breathe deeply through my nose.
Come on, I wasn't that stinky. It was just dried blood and mud and blood of my enemies.
You sound like a 14-year-old boy who doesn't know he needs to put on deodorant yet.
Ash scrubs up well. I am going to investigate the light at the pool without getting into the pool. Shall I roll religion?
So roll me a perception check.
You just gotta look around.
Yeah, gotta take a good look. Investigate. Okay, perception is check it. 20. I mean, we've established that the Eldritch Light here is from, it's kind of ominously, it looks like it's beaming down from above, but there's nowhere for it to come from. But as I said, it is dimming. And you think that, you've killed these zombies, you've kind of released whatever locus was binding it to this place. This is probably going to be fine. However, as you glance through the pool water, you notice what looks like a kind of narrow tube in the water, and you think you can also spy a gem, but you'd have to go back into the water and...
No, you don't. You don't have to do any of that. I got you guys. This is why you guys bring me Mage Hand.
Oh,
Okay.
Mage Hand.
Okay, so you carefully use Mage Hand and find a number of items.
Put some respect on Mage Hand's
It's
name.
a whole chest. What did you
It's not a
pack
whole chest.
that?
The chest is being used to hold some items.
I can only carry 10 pounds, so I would have to open the chest and pull items out.
No. The chest is just an easy way for me to move items and show them.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I was
The
more
items you
telling
find there
Kron
are
the rules, but that makes sense too.
Oh.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and just take this without as quickly as possible.
Okay. What'd you pick up?
Nothing.
Wow, okay. Just want to know what we've got.
To be
Anything?
clear, given that Eli's the one that picked it all up, he would be aware of everything.
Alright, then he should probably notice that I took a moonstone.
Cool. I don't know, what else is in the chest? I just didn't get to see it.
Wait, the chest's right here. Can you not open it?
Oh, there we go. I finally got to get it. Hand axe. Bless. Ooh, wait.
Seems to be something juicy for you there.
I'm gonna take that bless scroll, and I might not keep it. I might give it to someone else. That hand axe should probably go to Seirian. She can throw that at stuff.
Actually, I do have a few more hand axes. If you have a use for hand axes, and if you don't have hand axes, I have some spare hand axes.
She wants hand axe. Like, you have arrows. She has hand axes and javelins, basically.
Yeah,
That's like the way. Like when she's forced to fight at range, she has to throw shit at people, which is sick. To imagine like the giant half-orc lady throwing like javelins and hand axes at people.
I have two
That
hand
is how
axes
she
left.
fights.
If you want more hand axes, I don't need them. I just have them.
Yeah, give her the hand axes. Just let me keep one or whatever.
No, I have
Keep one
a
on
throwing
you.
spear, I think. Oh, I assume that's a throwing spear. I'm not actually sure.
Yeah, they're all the same. Yeah, you just need to have something.
Here you go, lovely half-orc lady.
Thank you.
Throw those axes for all of them. There's stuff left in the chest. No, there isn't. Okay, never mind.
Chest has been completely looted. You've taken everything. There's nothing. But okay, you see a headed skeleton. Or I should say, a skeleton missing its head.
Can I roll perception to see if there is something strange with this body?
I think you'd be more investigating. Because because you're not just using your senses. You want to, like, take a look, see, pick it up, poke it, do proper investigation. Because what you can initially see is there is a skeleton in a tent.
I personally would like to investigate the tent then while she's at it.
Ooh.
Hey, I don't get to embarrass myself quite that
Okay,
much.
so collective Ash, you realize that this is a single person, and that seems to have been put here more for a deliberate separation from the world, not necessarily comforts and such. Maybe to keep light sources hidden. It's a single small spacing, just enough that one could sit up cross-legged in it if they wanted to. Seirian, you would note that the skeleton that you see before you seems about a right match for the tent. You'd notice also that the skeleton, the reason the flesh is not here is not because it has rotted away over the course of many, many years. It is because something ate the flesh.
Okay.
Further,
It is also humanoid.
I was going to say, if someone were to roll me some medicine.
Oh, yes. I will roll medicine.
Okay, with a 24, you feel fairly reliably can identify this. You're fairly certain it is an elf, or like a 3/4 elf at least. You can tell from the subtle adjustments of hip and the lower ribcage is slightly different on an elf. So even while you're missing the head, you can be like, yeah, I'm fairly certain that's an elf. You guess at a male elf. It's a little bit harder to identify the gender from skeleton.
Yeah, it makes sense, unless they have actual bones in the gender areas.
Yeah.
I don't know how elves work in that particular field.
They do not have a bone in their bone.
And I would know this. I mean, I would know this because
Bones don't have a bone in their bone.
Yeah. Which doesn't prove it's not a woman, but most likely a man.
Yeah, like that's your guess. Like if someone held a gun to your head and you said you had to guess this, that's what you'd go.
I'm saying it's slightly wider hips, so this man had a fat ass.
Yeah, as all elves do.
Yeah, thick.
Hello.
Elves are exclusively dummy thick in Lag's universe? What?
Yeah, all elves dummy thick.
Right, I'll take it. I've got that back, Back.
I kind of want to change my race now?
No, see? See? Look at his beauty. Booty, sorry. You can look at it, but you can't touch it.
They aren't all elegant and tall.
I mean, I'm not tall. Not at all.
To be clear,
But am I actually?
we're actually talking about like super minor adjustments. It's purely on like a medical basis rather than like being particularly visually different. The primary way most people tell elves apart from humans is by the ears.
I'm assuming if he's a skeleton that he doesn't have bones in his ear, like the cartilage would probably have been like mauled.
Well, I mean the head's completely gone.
Yeah, but there would be definite differences. I think elves are lighter than humans, aren't they?
Possibly. I'm not actually sure. I'm going to be honest with you. As a GM, I'm kind of just making shit up.
That makes sense.
That is basically this entire campaign. I'm making shit up and I'm saying like, yeah, no, that's what it is. Elves be dummy thick.
Yeah, we go with that.
We discovered
can't change that now anymore.
Yeah, that's
I want my booty.
dummy thick elf.
Don't take that from me. Okay, I think the apparent issue is why is the head missing? Oh no, actually the issue is not why is the head missing. The head is probably missing to maybe hide the fact that he was an elf. The question is,
That could be an idea.
who took the head?
Somebody that's trying to hide the fact that they've killed an elf.
Yeah, that would be my suspicion now.
And why would this elf be out here in the first place? Like, is he hiding out here? Was he hiding out here before all of this stuff happened?
I want to whip out my handy dandy detect magic crystal.
Are you?
Okay, you whip out the handy dandy detect magic crystal.
Is it glowing?
I mean, you're pretty close to some serious magic. Haven't refined.
Fair, okay.
I'll tell you what, roll me an Arcana check. And this will be to kind of, basically like how you dial in a radio signal. You move it, you triangulate, like, is this glowing more, is this glowing?
Yeah, we're gonna have to know what we're doing in order to use such a primitive tool.
With a 60, you don't believe that this particular area has any additional lingering background.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I also just would like to note, this is something like an observation for everyone else, is this is the only part of the cave where I see like a root system pretty extensively growing down in. We see like some roots throughout the rest of the cave, but over here it's like hella comparatively, which I think is kind of interesting.
I wonder if the Elthryn killed him? I mean, I keep saying that, but I don't feel like the Elthryn wants to kill elves specifically.
Yeah.
I mean, the
Didn't
headless
look
thing
like
could
it.
not matter.
Yeah, why would the Elthryn hide what is killed?
I would like to check. You were talking about light sources hidden in the tent potentially. Can I check if there is like some kind of leftover candle or anything else?
Oh yeah, because you're investigating it, you would have found a partially expended oil lamp.
Yeah, I guess that was successful, but that doesn't really help me.
Which is also interesting because the elf should be able to see in the dark.
It is
True.
definitely more pleasant for an elf with a light source, though.
I suppose.
Okay, fair point. Except for me, because I'm superior.
Dark vision, think of it as like grayscale. It's not. It's really bad for some things, but it's obviously better than being, than seeing nothing.
All right.
So the other thing is, I would like to go back to the pond and actually look for the missing head in there.
Good thought.
Okay,
so
that seems completely reasonable.
I will dive right into that big puddle and just scavenge through all of it.
Excellent. So you go ahead and take a good swim, and you're basically doing maths here, right? You're like, okay, well, I see X amount of spines. I'm going to do the heads, and you're pairing up. And as far as you can tell, everything matches. You have as many skulls as you would expect to find based on the amount of ribcage you see here. Basically, you do not think that the skull is here.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Well, we gained information at least. Some kind of information. It's not here. We're still curious. I wonder if this is something actually. We passed this earlier. If we want to move on, I'm not sure. Are we ready to move on? Maybe we investigate that little nook over there.
Now that you're coming back this way, you would notice that there is a halfway attempt barrack where they put what looks like brain sack here in the path. So it looked like there was an intentionality.
Yeah, once they knew about it or whatever, they blocked it off. They feel very separate almost, at least as far as like the goblins are concerned. Maybe in a larger way they're not. But...
Who barricaded from what side?
It looks like it's kind of hard to tell. Like these defenses or barricades have clearly slipped out of position, so it's really kind of too difficult to tell it's been barricaded specifically from one side. Like it's pretty close to this side. Maybe it was just put here to slow down stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense. There's definitely arguments for both sides to seal this off, and we did see some similar looking sacks over at the goblin's place.
They are a similar material.
This is inconclusive. There seems to be no path up here though, right? Yeah, nothing up here. Alright, any ideas?
I would like to go outside and check how is Lennox.
Yes, we will check upon the dog. Because it doesn't look like there's anything more in the cave.
Okay, so as you meet up with the dog is tied to the tree. The dog is stressed. It's got that whale eye going on, and it was pawing at the rope until it noticed you coming back, and now it's kind of sat, partially turned away from you, but keeping an eye on.
Did she eat what I give her?
Lennox has eaten some, but mostly seems to be trying to avoid the things that it thinks is going to kill it.
All right.
Okay.
Can I attempt to calm Lennox? Shall I roll an animal handling?
Your animal handling knowledge tells you that right now, less interaction is better.
Okay.
Because you've essentially taken this dog from an incredibly stressful environment. It still thinks you're an enemy. Like, it also thinks it's lost. So right now, it's trying to avoid being killed.
How much time has passed today? Because, we hiked all the way out here and then fought our way in those caves and blah, blah, blah. Now we're back out here.
Okay, so it's probably... you set out fairly early, right?
Yes.
So it's probably midday-ish.
Only I don't feel like we've actually solved what the problem was, or at least we don't know what the problem was.
Well, I don't know.
We've killed the thing.
We undid something in there.
Yeah.
Yes,
with regards
you've
to the
definitely
goblins.
undone something with the dagger.
So I think what would be interesting would be, can we think of a place we could go to maybe observe effects beyond this cave?
Oh, yeah, that would be interesting. Sort of back towards the Elthryn.
Would we want to take a rest here before we head back? Because it's quite a while, and we don't know if we encounter anything.
From a metagame perspective, we only need to rest if any of us are hurt, because we don't have a warlock, basically.
Short rest doesn't do anything
to rest
for you.
and eat and take care of the dog, that would make a lot of sense to me.
It would make sense to me, at least to help us come up with a plan.
And we were talking about, you said it.
Yeah.
I think that's very sensible. Okay,
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to hit the break timer. We're going to run on to that break.
Hello back.
Hi.
Hello there.
Why don't we take a short rest, even if no one ends up rolling any hit dice?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna press the short rest button.
Does a short rest get you spells back as a caster?
No.
I don't think it helps me get my spells back either.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I've managed to unmute myself. Good. Fantastic. All this managing audio, I swear. Never again. If I ever do this again, I'm just going to buy everyone plane tickets and stick a mic down the throat and we'll do it in person. Like, I cannot fucking do this audio shit again. Like, it's a nightmare. It's hell.
That would be very fun.
It's okay. Like, here's the thing. This is like the prototype, you know? You're working it all out. It's fine.
He's a sugar daddy bone. He can pay for that.
Yes, I will be your bone daddy. Yeah.
To answer Kron's question, warlocks regain their spell slots on short rests. All other casters regain them on long rests. I'm sure there's exceptions that I'm missing that make that less hard and fast, but that's basically the gist of it.
Okay, so we are taking a short rest for us actually.
I was gonna
resting.
give them, us actually resting and discussing where to go next, and potentially if they want to feed the dog, this would be their opportunity to do that.
Yeah.
So you take the short rest. Any outside where the light is probably near the dog, but not too near the dog.
You know, we toss it. We make a fifth of whatever we're making, and we let them give it to the dog.
Exactly.
Yeah, we give it little bits of... We'll chat with it a little bit. Not too much to frighten it, but just to get it used to us.
Can we put on like not in the mouth, like outside? I don't know how to explain it, but like
A muzzle?
Yeah.
I don't believe you have a muzzle. You could get a muzzle theoretically, but you do not currently have a muzzle.
But we can tie her mouth, so she's not going to bite anyone.
Right, and that would stress the dog out.
I just think for now, we just don't take it into town.
Yeah, we can take it with us, and just as we approach town, we need to keep it outside of
We'll
the
tie
town.
it against another tree.
Back to the tree it is. Yeah.
We should found a piece of wood and write, "Don't touch this dog," and we can put that on her.
That's actually a good idea.
We could just have Seirian hang out with the dog, protect it. She doesn't want to go into town anyway. Town's spicy. She wouldn't like it.
Sounds like you would like it. But yes, so
Why you hate me so much?
I don't hate you.
I think the core thing to understand is that you have achieved, like, you believe you've achieved fundamental goal. You think you've eliminated in some way the way in which they were being controlled or manipulated as well.
Along those lines, I would like to ask Burb, while during the hour that we are resting, to search out a secondary path back to the village. We want to walk back a different way, basically, just to see if we see evidence of what we did. You know, we know there's only dead goblins back the way we came.
So your goal is to essentially find goblins.
Yeah, basically any goblins that I haven't seen before, dead or alive, because I want to see what they look like. And I want to do this on the way home. I want to confirm that we did our job en route to town.
Excellent, understandable. So, what is your bird currently?
I believe Owl would be the best one from a metagame perspective, but I think we've gone with Hawk, and I'll stick with Hawk. Yeah, because like I have no intent of being like, and now I'm going to enter combat with this guy. Like, I have Seirian. Why the fuck would I let the bird fight anyone?
That's your other familiar, Seirian.
Seirian's like my starter Pokemon, you know? Like, I just throw her out there when I'm like, oh shit, I don't know.
She grass type.
She's fantastically strong.
Very powerful
I
grass type,
think,
yeah.
like, this is just something that's just going to take time. It's going to have to go back and forth a lot, and it's going to come back and forth to you, like, every hour or so.
That's all I am. A strong woman.
You're
That's all
not
I am
just-
for them.
Also,
You're
half
not
an
just
hour.
a strong woman. You're a wonderful woman who is apparently a brilliant chef. I've never tried your cooking yet.
We don't
And
have a chance.
I would love to try your cooking, as long as it doesn't contain people.
Thank you.
Your bird has managed to acquire what it thinks, based on its height, like it doesn't want to go in close, but what it thinks is a pair of goblins hanging out kind of to your southeast.
Perfect.
You think it might be a part of the group that escaped the Elthryn.
I'm going to introduce the bird to Seirian, be like a little more intentional about it, because I know she felt like she was being spied on before. And he thinks there's two goblins over here. We're going to follow him. He's spying for us.
Okay.
She seems to like animals. This is a fake animal. I made it by binding a spirit to a fake form.
Okay. And I don't like your bird.
The bird's trying to be nice to you.
The bird's adorable.
She senses that it's not a real animal.
She can't fry it and eat it, so she doesn't like it.
Cannot fool her.
Yum yum.
Well, I very much appreciate the bird, and I actually think it's really cool that you can do that.
So we go and ambush those goblins. They seem to be very alive. We should maybe unalive them.
Yes, I'm agreeing on the K-wording of them.
And then check out in what kind of state they are right now and in which state they will be left after they die.
Okay. So, you I presume, collectively travel off. Seirian, take the dog on the lead.
Yes.
Okay. Roll me animal hand.
We have to find her this universe's Caesar Milan so that she can be trained in it.
Okay, so an 11 is actually fine enough.
Oh, okay.
The dog is actively not attacking.
How are we traveling with the doggy? Like,
I think it's still on the rope, so you could use that like a lead.
Yeah, as far as I'm
Okay.
concerned, you're taking it like on a lead. If you try and pick it up and carry it, you're gonna stress it.
okay, yeah, that's what I wanted to know. Okay.
Okay. So you traverse with this dog, unwillingly but functionally following. So, Eli, I'm presuming that you have your bird in the air, relaying information to you to help you track the goblin.
Yeah, and I mean, one thing I was thinking that could be really fun is, in theory, if Seirian was willing to carry me, like let me ride piggyback or whatever, I could see through its eyes.
With me?
No, but I have to focus on doing that, so I need you to like let me ride piggyback on you while I'm doing it and like whisper in your ear what I'm seeing or whatever.
Okay.
Is that cool? Can I tell you like they're like where they are basically while I'm looking through the bird's eyes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so you can close to within, say, 150 or so feet. So at that point is probably the point where you would ask Seirian, like, hey, handle on me, make sure I don't fall over and die while I look at my creature.
So wait, I have in one hand.
No, I'm okay. Oh, sorry. I'm on your back.
Yeah, he's riding
okay.
you from behind.
Okay.
So like I can tell you, like you're carrying me like I'm a big kid because you're big mom.
Okay.
And I'm telling you where to go, basically, and then when we get into the fight, I'll stop that and
Yeah,
hop off your
but I
back.
think it's fun the situation in which you are in my back, and in one of my hands I have the rope with the doggy. Like I feel like a real mom right now, dealing with
Yes.
everything.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. You have the dog in one hand, your old man child on your back, going for a walk. Ash is like the slightly older child that's just like running around being absolute fucking hellion.
Yeah.
And Svetlana's like the friend of the family who wants to kind of help you keep stuff in line, but is really just focused on having a conversation about wine or something.
Yeah. Svetlana's like, I'm never having kids. Holy shit.
Okay, in that case, Eli, perception.
You got it. I don't think those are my best things, but who cares? This is fun.
Okay.
Oh my.
A 7 isn't great. So using the eyes of the skull, and you're looking through them, and you can see the goblins. They're in the distance. They don't appear to be taking much effort to hide themselves, which is not normally what you'd expect from goblins. Which suggests that they don't feel that they're on a hunt. Either they feel safe here, or that they're focused on something. You do note that they are making some kind of furtive actions with the ground, and the key kind of point of this is that they don't look demented.
So maybe we've released them from their curse.
They don't typically need to eat humanoids. They can just eat whatever, right?
Most of the time, goblins are left alone unless they start being a problem, because they generally can survive in natural environments.
I will then immediately relay to everyone else that it looks like whatever curse they were under has been lifted. And I know that the status quo prior to this was that they were not actively hunting the goblins, so we should probably just go home.
We could also sneak up on them and check what exactly they're doing.
I guess I was just suggesting we could just ignore them.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't engage them. Just we could try to inspect them closer if we really wanted to make sure, because apparently they are doing something, but nothing too worrisome for sure. But maybe there's like a hint to this whole mystery.
Okay, all right. Let's do this. I have a suggestion then. How about you do that on your own, but I would like to give you the inspiration dice from earlier for your stealth check.
Oh, that sounds juicy. Like that.
Because you're the only one who's good at this, right?
I assume so.
The rest of us are all like loud.
Loud, unelegant. Actually, I take the unelegant back. We have at least one member that is elegant.
Let's do that.
Okay, but you should be very careful, okay?
Yeah, that's the idea. I try to be super careful. It's not a cliffside that I have to sneak into this time.
Can Eli keep you in his sight?
Yeah. The bird will just watch, and I'll relay what's happening to you guys,
Good, alright.
the two girls.
In that case, good luck, Ash.
Thank you.
We will keep an eye on you.
I'll do my best.
Roll a stealth check.
Yay.
Spending that inspiration. Let's go.
Oh, baby.
Actually solid roll.
Let's go.
Nice advantage. Let me see the numbers there. Oh, yeah.
And a notable advantage from it. That actually brings you over the threshold of them actually being able to detect. So rather than them rolling perception, you succeed. You're able to get very close to them and examine that they appear to be trying to eat a squirrel.
All right. Well,
They seem to be being kind of weird about it, as in like stressed out about it, like kind of weirded out by it. But they do appear to be eating a squirrel therefore, and you can practically see them salivating.
I guess they haven't eaten in quite a while, normally at least. So I take this as rather normal behavior from goblins that recover from what we think is a curse. So I would like to just leave them be and return to the group. I'm fine with this. And I'll share this information with the group. They are eating a juicy squirrel. Cannot blame them.
I am still concerned as to who's caused this curse, because obviously the second we leave, whoever's done this might just do it again.
Correct.
Although we don't have the blade.
We do have the blade. Another suggestion would be we could ask the Elthryn about all of this and present the blade. Maybe Elthryn knows something about this.
It's a really good idea.
It could be potentially a dangerous idea.
It could be.
As a low-level abjurer, I don't think I have access to people who could, like, scry for us using this knife or something like that, which is the only other really sick usage I could think of for the knife to try and sort this mystery out. So I'm cool with presenting it to the Elthryn.
It does make me wonder if the father, Cedomir, has something to do with this, with how the Elthryn was responding. And the fact that the Elthryn was obviously attacking the goblins as well.
Yeah, Cedomir is... That whole situation bothers me because I'm really not sure how to sort it out, and I don't feel like I know enough to make a good choice, but I also feel like I have to make a choice. So the more information we could get, the better I would feel.
Yeah, I suppose there is that. I just feel like we could probably trick Cedomir into giving us some information. Yeah, if he was the person that set up this thing to begin with, and we tell him about what happened, he might try and sneak back to do it again.
Yeah.
Finding that elf skull, I think, could be very helpful as well.
Could do a more generic version of that trap. We go back, we report success, but we set something up, like we set up a trap.
We could ask the Elthryn some questions on the way home as well.
Yeah, I'm absolutely down to ask everybody that has any importance in this story some question. There's also still the high priest, but I don't know if she's, like, responsible for anything about this.
I think she's just hired us to solve the issue. If Cedomir hasn't done this, then his wife is the next person that I would suspect, followed by the high priest.
Yeah. That would be reasonable order.
Although if Cedomir finds out and he tells his wife, and his wife's responsible for this, there's no way he's not noticed that she's an elf.
Yeah, I don't think he doesn't know.
Yeah.
He's just trying to hide the fact that she is an elf.
If somebody...
We have a few children.
Yeah, I do wonder, though, if somebody in town is actively killing elves, and he has hid the fact... Well, they've hid the fact that she's an elf in order to protect her. What was this dude doing out here?
That's a good question.
Yeah, it does make me wonder about that whole situation.
Yeah, this whole situation is confusing.
Yeah.
To put plainly. I'm not sure who's responsible for anything that's happening here. Like the whole goblin infestation, okay, that makes sense so far. They were on a curse, that makes sense so far. We have an explanation for why they were the way they were, and apparently that behavior has stopped. If somebody cursed them this way, then they are the one responsible for this, so we probably want to figure out who that is if we can.
So, if there is people killing elves, we should be careful, you know.
Oh, we should be very careful, yeah.
You know, I don't like the idea of hiding my beautiful ears, but
we should have noticed if Cedomir was upset about me and you, Seirian, being in their home, right? We should have noticed if that's a thing.
They did serve you porridge.
I was going to say, to a cursory inspection, Cedomir didn't seem to hold any ill will.
And same goes for the Elthryn. He didn't seem to be very concerned about us being there.
We've still got to get that boy back from the Elthryn as well.
I feel like he sold the boy. That's like where I'm at. Like, I feel like he made a hard choice that's really sad and fucked up. That's kind of where I'm
sort of mad that is
right now.
He's either sacrificed the boy or he's actively just left him.
Yeah, either that or he's trash. Yeah, so, okay. if you guys want to go talk to the Elthryn, I'm down for that. Probably need to have some idea of the line of questioning we're going to go with. But other than that, I think it's a great idea to go talk to them on the way back and then enact whatever plan we want in the morning, like as far as telling people that the curse is lifted, etc., and like potentially setting a trap.
I'd want to see if the Elthryn recognizes the blade, but at the same time, I don't want to piss off the Elthryn, like if that's not something to be down for.
We might lose the blade if we present it to him, now that I'm thinking about it.
I think we should let the Elthryn know that we've relieved the curse.
I agree. I think we should talk to the Elthryn first. I think the Elthryn is a source of truth, even if it's sort of a twisted, perspective-riddled truth.
Yeah, asking it what it would take for it to give us back the boy.
I mean, you kind of already know what it wants.
Yeah, I suppose there is that.
What scares me about killing him is that he's the one who puts food on the table for those kids. So, like, what happens if I kill him? Even if he does suck, even if he is a bad guy?
That is not our problem.
If he is actually an active danger to his kids.
I mean, it's my problem. If I'm the one who kills him, it is my
but
problem.
If he's killing his kids, then killing him would actually save his family a little bit.
Our family.
That's why I feel like I need to know more. That's all I'm saying.
We also don't know what the mother does, because she might actually have a way of providing for the family outside of the farm.
Yes. Okay, conveniently, the dad is actually a deadbeat, and the mom brings in tons of money. Yes, that's what it is. Guilt-free murder.
Yeah, we should ask her at least. I mean, for all we know, she could be a diamond smuggler.
Hey babe, how financially independent would you say you are?
Yeah, just as a side. Like, my brain is thinking, there's an elf here in a tent.
You're gonna go up to her, hey girl.
That was hiding.
We can also kill the boy and the dad, and there is no problem anymore.
Yeah.
There are still the other children that will starve to death in that
So we kill them too, and we prepare food with them, so we don't starve, and they don't starve either.
I'm more worried about them starving in like 2 months than I am about them starving the night I kill their dad.
But I'm like, still finding it bothersome that the Elthryn described the mother as an angel.
Yeah, where is the mother?
Felt like the way
her?
the boy would describe the parents, didn't it?
Yeah.
The mother is an angel and the father needs to die.
How does an angel taste?
Not sure, Seirian.
That's a direct path to hell.
That is perfect, because I can also try demon meat too.
I can only picture that angels taste like candy floss and that demons taste like soggy crisps. You know, like when you accidentally had the bag open and you open it up and it's like one of them old crisps. I don't know why.
Let's go talk to the Elthryn and let's do the ballsy thing. Let's show him the knife.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Let's show him the knife.
So, you'll walk to the Elthryn, and as you arrive, you'll sense this kind of nervous, trepidatious energy. You think it's like perhaps almost a happiness. As you arrive, you will offer Ash's antler memento into the fairy circle, and the Elthryn will manifest from the ground, extending a vine trepidatiously to pick it up and practically take it into its body. As it does so, you'll then begin to see it reshaping its body in a simile of the antler sprouting these from its dragon head. In fact, these antlers that you see very much match the antlers from your memory from when it was taken.
It's beautiful.
It will look across you, and you sense a general positive mood, like it's less upset about this, like you're returning, and it will ask you,
"Is the task complete?"
Soon.
Oh boy.
We have discovered an altar. Shall we show it the knife?
I don't think that's what it's asking for.
Not yet.
Not yet.
I'll just say
yet.
not yet.
But we're on our way.
It has a notably more disappointed stance, but not one of anger, just disappointment.
They were excited. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll let you guys talk now. I just had to step in to, this is a question for me.
Will you return the boy when the father is gone?
I will return the child to the mother.
Right, so we can bring the mother here. Some form of ritual had been performed upon the goblins to make them behave in some sort of a way. Do you know anything about that?
It's clearly trying to pause through what you said and then potentially going through its memories and searching them out. And it's going to respond with,
The goblins were defiled.
Can you tell us who defiled the goblins?
it is going to twist and then give the closest approximation of a shrug that it can, given its anatomy.
Can I ask what the father did to offend you?
The father wishes to keep the boy away.
That's certainly weird.
Yeah.
Should we ask about the blade? Just go ahead.
Yeah, I think we should.
Who's got the blade?
Seirian.
Yes.
Will you offer the blade for inspection, not as a gift?
Just to sew it.
Just to ask if he knows the blade.
Okay. I sew the blade.
So in the middle of your attempt, the Elthryn will whip out a tendril and just smash the blade from your hand. It acts in like complete disgust of this thing.
I agree.
I'll go
agree.
retrieve
This
it.
is disgusting.
That is very interesting.
It was careful enough to avoid striking your hand in any serious way. It just slapped the blade.
Yeah, this was not any sign of aggression from his side still.
And it will declare, after doing this and taking a moment to calm,
Defiled blade.
Who has the ability to create this kind of defilement?
so the fact that it is flicking away, falling by the blade, would suggest to you that in some way either the blade was defiled when it was used for this thing, or it was defiled before then. Either way, this blade is disgusting to itself.
I don't think we should bother about the blade then anymore. This is interesting enough, because the knowledge we gather from this is exactly what was said, that it was either defiled before the ritual was done or defiled as the ritual was performed. No, that doesn't help us in any way, I don't think. It's interesting. Like, the information is interesting to know that this very act might have defiled it and was clean before, but I don't know if the act of using a sacrificial tool of sorts, that could have been a sacred tool or even a sacred tool beforehand, using in this way is enough to create a curse like this.
Yeah, but we can maybe talk about it later.
All right. Just for that moment, is the boy safe for now?
The boy is safe.
Okay. In that case, we thank you for your time. We will visit the father, if you catch my drift.
I want to apologize for bringing the blade in front of him.
As you depart, the Elthryn will exude from its body a small tortoise shell and press it towards Ash.
Ooh?
It's an exchange.
An exchange, an equal exchange?
Is this alchemy?
Performing equivalent exchange here.
I will carefully grab the shell.
You're able to grab the shell, and the Elthryn will relocate itself to its less visible underground existence. I presume you guys head on from here?
No time to thank it. We should find a tree for the dog that is supposed to be with us before we head over to the house.
Maybe you're not close to the Elthryn.
Hear me out.
Maybe not
What
close
if
to
we
the
just
Elthryn.
fed the dad to the dog?
Just let the dog loose in the house. That sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, just leave the dog loose and alive. Whoever survives obviously has the capability to survive whatever comes, so it's all good.
Yeah, okay, that sounds like a reasonable plan.
Well, we'll rescue the kids, but yeah.
Planet is hungry. What can I say?
This isn't our worst idea.
You guys will head south.
So you want to leave me behind with the dog?
Up to you.
No.
There you go.
Then come with us. It's probably
Okay.
safer for us, not safer for the dog.
It's safe because I am with him.
So you stay with the dog.
Wait, are you taking the dog into the village?
Yeah.
What? No,
Oh my god.
we can't do that.
Yeah, no, the villagers
I
will
can-
go at it. It will.
I can intimidate everyone so they don't come close to me and the dog.
Then why go into the village?
We can come back for the dog. We can. You'll be fine.
Because I don't want to be alone.
So the only solution that you will accept is that you and the dog come with us into town.
Yes.
Well, the dog is not trained. It will see people, that is, not us, especially younger people, and it will just start to,
Or just be really, really terrified. That's the other risk.
I'm more than sure that if we bring it into town and Inspector Jason comes across that dog and it's not fully trained, he will put a bullet in its brain.
We can go close to the village and see the dog's reaction. And then we can decide.
That's kind of a fair point, but we already know what's going to happen.
You don't know, you have to see the dog react to that.
We have to let the dog kill someone first.
Then we have food for that day.
I want to keep Lennox alive.
Yeah, this is a way to get the dog killed.
Lennox is going to be alive. I will become a criminal before let her die.
There is no way I can talk Seirian out of this. I feel so guilty that she's like dedicated to this.
Okay, so assuming nobody puts a bullet in Seirian, you guys start
Not yet.
approaching the village.
Also, they will fail if they try to shoot me.
Guns are a lot stronger than things we've come across so far.
So you approach this dog that you're kind of dragging along. Basically spies another person in the distance, and then like literally immediately has its hackles up. And have you ever seen a gun dog when they've alerted and their whole body becomes kind of tense and they just stare down at the thing? They want to chase it and kill it.
Yes.
That's the pose that it's in right now. Slowly starting to pull against its leash.
Okay.
That's what I've been saying. It will try to cut itself loose. We need to get it off the village. It's not trained. It's not tamed.
We can get it trained.
I mean, it is trained. It is trained to do exactly what it is about to do. That is what it's for.
Yeah. We can take it. We can train, but it's going to take time,
A lot more
and
time.
it's
than
not
this.
ready for that.
Yeah. So we need to take this
Okay, but if I thought you have to bring me a sandwich.
sandwich.
Yes.
We will bring you a sandwich. Are you stopping with the dog then? Are you not coming with us?
No, I'm going to stay with the dog. But you have
And
to bring me a sandwich
I
with a
will bring
lot of
you-
meat.
I will bring you a
And very
sandwich.
tasty.
I
We
will
will bring you dinner,
bring you
and
dinner,
it will be tasty.
and it will be tasty, and it will be a
Okay, but
sandwich.
meat. Just meat.
Yes, there
course
will be
it's
meat.
Okay.
What's your favorite kind of meat?
How are we gonna square the butcher who's also the president of the local PETA chapter? Like, how are we gonna square this?
I got no idea what your solution to this is going to be. I'm trying to play this as straight as I can, you know?
So you'll wait outside with the dog while we go to town.
Yeah, and also you have to check if in a shop if there is some kind of dog or armor or something. We must protect Lennox. And also this thing for the mouth so she cannot bite people.
Yeah, we'll look to see if there's a muzzle, and we'll get you some nice, tasty food.
Okay.
And I'm gonna leave the bird with you because I know that he's your favorite.
No,
Seirian.
I won't accept that.
Seirian.
If you leave the bird with me, I'm going to town and the dog is not going to kill people. It's going to be me.
But then
The bird could
Hear
help
me out.
us know that there's something like you're
you
okay.
could tell the bird to come get me if something happens
Okay,
with you
don't,
guys.
don't let the bird get close to me.
Yeah, he's just gonna hang out above you guys. He's gonna sit
And
in
don't
a
look
tree.
at me too much.
Yeah, he's just gonna sit in a tree. And if you need us,
Can I
You
try
tell
to
him.
throw stones at the bird, even if I try to
please,
fight?
please be nice to my bird.
He's not
If you
nice
leave him
with me.
alone, he's gonna.
He's not nice with me. Ugly bird.
Oh my god, Nick. Everyone is trying to be helpful right here, and you're just being so obstinate.
The orcs shining through.
I will upset eventually and just try to.
I'm just thinking about what we could actually do while we're in town, as far as investigation-wise is concerned.
One, we have to sleep and eat And yeah, if you want to talk to Cedomir, if you want to talk to the priest, Jason, sleeping, eating, all those things, all have to happen in town.
But okay, so Seirian is gonna be outside with the dog. And the bird's
Yes.
nearby, but not too near, so she doesn't murder it or some shit.
Yes, and I'm going to throw stones at the tree with the berries.
If you kill that bird, you owe me all the gold that it costs to summon that bird.
I say to the tree, is your tree yours? Is that tree yours? No, right?
What a
I'm just saying,
dick.
if you kill my bird,
What a dick.
you owe me 10 gold.
Then punch. That is what I owe you.
Anyway,
Would it be helpful if I stayed behind and looked after the dog while
no, Seirian's got the
Seirian-
dog. Seirian
No.
doesn't need to go into
I
town.
want to be alone now.
Okay.
Yeah, we need to keep Seirian out of town so you guys can actually communicate with
Remember when you wanted me to keep away from the people?
They hate me so much.
We don't hate you. We just are trying to accommodate you,
I'm going to stay outside
and
the
you're not
village
letting us.
crying next to the dog.
People are trying to compromise, and your vision
I'm
of
going to
compromising is
try.
I get everything I want, even if it means that my dog died. Like, that's not a compromise. The people around you are doing everything they can to keep your dog alive, in spite of your efforts to get your dog killed.
I am going to stay out of the village crying while trying to bond with the dog because I'm crying and the dog is going to be like.
No,
Alright.
the dog is going to try and keep his distance from you while you're crying, because that means your emotions are stable. You might try and kill him. Okay, so everyone that isn't Seirian ends up going into town. What are your
Alright.
objectives in town?
Well, I guess Cedomir is our best bet if you want to find a culprit, but I don't know how we would get him to tell us anything.
Probably telling the mother secretly from the father. Like, could we have a conversation secretly with Tana? Yeah, we could probably try to tell the mother that the Elthryn is willing to give her back her son. And if we have a secret conversation with her, we might be able to find out a little bit more about what's going on, but she might not know anything. I'm really wondering, like, whether actually talking to her behind the scenes, because I'm still suspicious about that angel comment. It could be that the father is being a danger to the family, and we
Yeah, which
might
is
be
why.
able to get her to tell us something.
Do you think it's a good idea that we approach as a group of three and try to find her? Or will that raise any suspicion if Cedomir is around?
I'm trying to think of who's the most tactful in our group. It might be Eli. He might be the best person to try and talk to the mother about this.
Eli and Svetlana are by far the most tactful in the group.
I know
Milf.
how to be polite to people.
You can come with me, and
Can
we
come with
can
you.
essentially distract the father,
Okay, no, that sounds like a great idea, actually.
so that Eli can have like a serious conversation with stuff while we're making sure that Cedomir is like just preoccupied with our conversation. Even if we're having some mild disagreement, he's probably going to be much more interested in what we're doing. Like we'll tell him that we're still solving the goblin problem and stuff like that.
Oh, don't worry, he will be interested in what I'm going to say.
I am 1,000% certain he will. I am 100% certain that I'm going to be interested in what you're going to say.
Oh, no.
So, what we're going to do is I'm going with you, Ash, and I'm going to let Eli investigate Tihana, work his magic on her.
Like a good idea. Do we want to bring the obsidian blade that Seirian currently has in her possession?
Yeah. Because at some point we might show that to Cedomir and say,
Yeah.
it's done, because if he's doing all of this, he's probably going to want to take that dagger back.
So you might want to take that off before we go over here, if Seirian is
It's the mom.
agreeing to this.
Okay, so Ash and Svetlana, you are going to try and find Cedomir. So you head out to the fields, and it's approaching like the end of light. So the golden light is rolling in Cedomir in the field, apparently having just finished up from working on some unspecified farmyard task. He'll wave gently. You can
Yeah.
tell as you approach, he's sad.
Yeah, we will approach him under the, guise of the, we're sorry for his loss, and we're still investigating Ash. you're very sorry for his loss.
This is the first time we actually interact with each other. I'm going to introduce myself as the magnificent Ash, here to help. I'm very sorry for the potential loss you have suffered. We have not yet confirmed the death of his child.
I'll say to Cedomir, we have been killing some goblins. We are still getting to the bottom of this.
You'll see a flash of anger on his face, followed with good. Every last one of them.
We have killed many of them already, and we will find, even if it's just the remains, we will find your son.
Oh yeah, you should have seen Svetlana just firing one bolt after another in those damn goblin heads. It was impressive. I mean, I didn't quite do that bad myself, I gotta say. Like, I was firing arrow after arrow into their bodies. Hit all the vital spots. They died immediately, but Svetlana here, oh my god, you should have seen it. She was like a Valkyrie on the battlefield. It was impressive. Really a sight to behold. And those goblins, they didn't stand a chance against her. Really, you have nothing to worry about.
I thank you for your praise, Ash. You will recover your son. You can be assured of that. Is there anywhere that... I was just wondering if you could probably... If we could help you for now, just, like, put your things away or what have you, because it's becoming, like, end of day, or... Because we would like to stay over once more so that we can get to the bottom of things tomorrow. So if there's anything that we can do to help right now.
Yes, you could help me stow the plough.
Yes, we'll do that with you.
He will instruct you in the various agricultural skills that you aren't familiar with in order to get his tasks done for the day.
Yeah, I'm figuring that while he's doing this, we're keeping him busy. I can't really think of the correct question to ask him because he's clearly really, really angry at the goblins. So if he's performed this thing in order to get back at the goblins, there's something happened before all of this. I don't know. I feel like I'm speculating too much.
Would you like us to go to Elijah, start his conversation?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You've gone to the house and you knock on the door. Tahana opens the door and invites you in. You find her tending to the evening labors of the house. There are 3 small children navigating around the place as they often do, trying to gather their mother's attention.
Okay. I will try to not add to the chaos as I come in, and let me think. Probably would look around and see if there is anything that needs to be done, like that is very obvious and would be something that like I could do without asking her like how to do it. I don't know, like stuff that needs to be folded or something like that. I don't know.
Probably tend to the dinner making, which would require like pot stirring and whatnot.
Yeah, like I'll just kind of take over something and try to be helpful and unobtrusive before I start asking questions, really. But
so you begin the pot stirring and possibly some
pot stirring,
hot cake flipping, which reminds you of another life you used to live.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm supposed to say. Like, how have you guys been today? We went on a long hike, learned a lot. Hoping we can have something for you as early as tomorrow.
She'll furrow her brow for a moment and say, "Thank you. It's been a challenge. The children, they don't really understand. It's been difficult to talk with them."
Do they seem like they're doing okay? Like they're just kids doing kid things?
Yes, the children seem to be doing children stuff. Being irritating,
okay,
essentially, is their primary goal.
Cool. It's always tough to explain stuff to a child. They're smarter than you think, but they also don't have any reference points. It's always difficult. I know this is sort of a difficult question and kind of a weird way to ask, but is there anything else? Was there anything going on with your son that was unusual or unordinary?
She'll kind of sit there and consider and really try and think for a moment, and then shrug, and then go, "The only thing I can think of is that we've always had to tell him to stop playing near the fairy circle at the north end of the field. Eliza the priestess says we should never mess with the fairies. We're always trying to keep him away from there."
I've seen those fairy circles. Have you ever been out there?
"Yes, I work the field with my husband, so I frequently end out there."
How, like... Okay, I'm gonna lean in And I'm just going to ask her, have you ever tried to speak with the Fae?
She looks confused for a moment and then says, "No, the priestess says it's incredibly dangerous."
I'm going to give her a very serious look. Like, I need, the look you give someone when it's like, I need you to not lie to me right now.
Okay. Like she takes a moment and like kind of onboarding this look and then kind of realizes what you're trying to imply. No, never. I've never tried to communicate with her. If I needed to, I'd ask the priest.
Do you think the priestess has spoken with them recently?
She'll shrug and say, I can't imagine. I haven't heard of anyone having trouble. You don't think they're involved with the goblins?
I don't think so, but it would be convenient if they were. It would explain some things. So I think I'm just grasping at straws.
She'll look down and then, like, very slowly say, I understand. And you can see that kind of look at grief on her face.
Would you be interested in talking to the Fae?
But the priestess said it's dangerous. I don't think that's such a good idea.
What if you went with our priestess? And me, of course.
What would be the goal?
We'd want to talk to them about your son.
Would being there help?
I believe so. And so does our priestess. Is this something we could do tomorrow during the day?
She'll nod her head and then say, okay, I'll have to find someone to look after the kids. And, I think I can find someone for tomorrow.
Yeah, it shouldn't be long. It's close by, like you know.
She will nod.
I'll just smile, give her like a knowing smile, and kind of go back to what I was doing, and maybe I'll go get involved. Like once I'm done, I'm like at a stopping point, I'll go like try and play with one of the kids.
So are we closing out the scene with you playing kids?
Yeah, I'm kind of trying to close out the conversation with her while obviously like we are still like I am expecting everyone to end up coming back here and sleep and whatever is I believe what's happening. So like.
Yeah, you're socializing and whatnot, but we don't need to have a specific conversation.
We don't need to do the serious convo anymore.
In that case, I think we switch back to Svetlana and Ash talking to Cedomir and putting away the plow, and washing it down so it doesn't rust.
Yeah, I feel like I kind of want to be straightforward with the father and actually ask him, did you have a problem with your son? But he's clearly not going to tell us that. Whatever it is that the Elthryn believes, with how angry he is at the goblins, I think he believes something entirely different.
You reckon we should just show him the thing and see how he reacts?
Yes. Let's show him the thing.
Right, after we maybe are done taking care of all the agriculture machinery.
Okay, so you tend to the stowing of whatnot, and then like as you're about to start heading back to the house.
Weird question, Cedomir. We found this blade in the goblin cave. Do you happen to know anything about it?
You show him the blade?
Yeah.
Okay, both of you are on me insight checks.
Fantastic.
Okay, an 11. He's going to say, it looks strange. Is that the handle? The handle looks alive. Is it glass? No, I've not seen one.
Recognize this at all?
He's going to like think about it for a moment and then say, I think I saw an elf character, but
was it a man?
He'll kind of wind his eyes back and say, I think so. He'll glance at Ash and then say, with respect, it can be a challenge to tell sometimes.
Yes, I've noticed.
Those elves are dummy thick. No, I'm sorry.
I mean, you're not wrong. Thanks for noticing. Doesn't help our case, though.
But I think he'll kind of close his eyes. I think I saw him at the tavern a few days back. I'm sorry, I just remember the hand. It's so unusual. He clearly like only has vague memory.
Well, he's definitely seen it before. So the tavern could be a good place of investigation for us. I think it's possible that the now dead elf had that blade and was probably killed for it.
We know that he was in town. That's good. We didn't know that he was in town so far. So we might have a shot at figuring out what his name is and where he came from. Especially if he drank.
Yeah.
Proper elves don't drink. Actually, I don't know if they do. I'm not old enough to drink.
How old are you, Ash?
I'm 65.
I've known elves younger than 65 to drink.
Well, it's complicated for us.
Is it depending on your variety.
It might be. I haven't met too many other elves. I'm actually not sure how it works for elves,
Oh,
honestly.
Kronk, can I send you a DM over Discord?
Sure.
Alright, just as far as the gameplay-wise, I'm going to hand you a note.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. I'm not going to read it. I mean, I'm going to read it, but I'm not going to read it out loud. Interesting.
Right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Alright, I've just casually handed Ash a note as we were chatting about drinking and the legal age of elves drinking.
Excellent.
So Ash is 65.
Good. I mean, to be fair, there's not many laws against the actual age of drinking, and much more to do with the cultural expectations of drinking, right?
I wanted to say that I'm not familiar enough with what this specific law would restrict elves from drinking. I wanted to bring up that I'm not considered an adult in the world of the elves, and therefore I am not allowed to drink if I'm going by human standards.
That makes sense. It's just like being allowed to partake of certain things indicates adulthood.
Yeah.
And
That was
you're
my
using this as a
explanation. I'm not
way
sure if
for you to
this-
indicate. Yeah.
This works with what Lag set out for this world.
It's less about elven culture and more about just trying to intimate to us that you're like an adolescent, right? Like late adolescence, basically, like young adult.
Yeah.
Okay.
But okay, you've shown Cedomir this dagger fairly convincingly to you guys that he doesn't have any special familiarity with it, but he has seen a similar handle.
I mean, this is pretty good information. I want to thank you, Cedomir, for telling us the truth. This is very important in the whole mystery that is revolving around the goblin infestation. I think we are getting to the bottom of this.
Yeah, I think that the answer might be within the tavern. Maybe we should go back and...
Yeah, we should definitely check it out.
I agree.
The sun is setting, there should be a lot of people in there. Maybe somebody knows something.
I'm pretty sure that Eli might join us at some point.
I don't think he will have any idea where we are, but Cedomir might head back so we could pass the message on.
Right, let's do that.
Yeah, it's good. You guys just treat me like the old man right now.
Right,
I'm the
yeah.
old man. I went back to their house. I talked to the MILF. I got her to agree to what we needed to. She loves Fire Emblem.
Obviously, everyone loves Fire Emblem.
Man, I love Fire Emblem.
Right. I politely asked Cedomir to pass this message on to our dear uncle Elijah that we are going to hit the tavern for some investigation. I hope that's how the cool kids say it.
Yeah, that is how the cool kids say it.
So you guys are going to head down to the town while Cedomir heads back, and you will be informed that they said they were going to go drinking and get absolutely
Are y'all
shit-faced.
What are you guys gonna do with Seirian? Like,
Hi.
what are you guys gonna do? You just gonna leave her out there?
I mean, my idea was that the note is going to be passed to you, and then you can decide what you want to do.
Oh, good.
'Cause
You're
you
making
have
somebody
to-
else's
Yeah.
problem. That's fair and
You
reasonable.
have a way to communicate with her.
Here's the problem. I don't know what to do about the dog. So
Yeah, that's the problem. We cannot bring her in. There's no way to make this, I mean, you can bring her in, but there's a chance that if you don't communicate
you're just gonna have to go sleep outside, Ash.
I mean, yeah, that's what
Seirian.
I thought about this. I think I am going to have to sleep outside. I think that's
Alright,
where it is heading, but
Okay.
I'm
bring
okay. I'm okay.
I'm gonna bring
when-
food.
outside.
Once dinner's ready, I'm gonna bring her dinner at least.
Okay.
Dinner is probably ready, like, as Cedomir gets home.
Yeah, like I'll eat with them, and then
Okay.
when that's done, I'm gonna take in, leftovers out to Seirian and sneak a literal doggy bag maybe.
Not
So-
even a proper dinner, just leftovers. Okay.
Well, that is a proper dinner. It's literally we just made dinner, so leftovers is literally still hot.
It's dinner.
It's not even actually
But it's going
leftovers
to
yet.
be cold.
There's only so much one can do, Seirian. Unless you have prestidigitation, in which case you can heat it up.
I know Firebolt, so.
Oh yeah,
totally.
you could firebolt it. I mean, you wouldn't be able to eat it afterwards, but you could firebolt it.
I know you all hate me. It's fine.
We love you. I'll take you out drinking next time.
Okay.
Hey, look, Ash is gonna spend the night outside. We're accommodating this dog situation.
there's some very important business to take care of.
We're
in the
being
tavern
very
right now.
nice.
Yes.
We're delivering food to
Actually,
you.
two things that we have to do,
Yes.
Okay,
apparently.
so Ash, Svetlana, Eli, I'm gonna basically assume that from where you are, you probably meet up on the road back So you make your way into town. You'll find yourself in... There is a tavern.
Oh, no
love it.
barmaid.
No barmaid.
No, this is cool. This is cool. I'm just missing the conveniently half-naked barmaid that you see in all those fictional stories for some reason.
With like almost completely exposed chest.
Yeah.
Only like literally centimeters away from being technically a crime.
Yeah, you need to attract your people somehow.
Don't worry, I'll draw you some art of it.
We come back to next tavern and we have a good barmaid.
Hey, we're probably going to be visiting taverns a lot. It's D&D.
Yes.
If you want to provide me art to fill out this tavern with, that goes for anyone in chat, by the way. If you want to give me like random bits of token art to just drop in the tavern to be like constant companions of this, fuck it. Why not?
Yeah,
Let the cliff posting begin.
It will be very fun to add the chat to a tavern.
Me and Kron's chatters are just sitting here around this table. Like freaking dorks. They're all like, it's just right here. It's just them in the corner arguing with each other about
Fire Emblem
tier list. Yeah.
But yes, you find yourself in a tavern. It's building wooden construction. It is warm and inviting. It seems that a number of people come here for dinner, even if it's just for the social environment. There is, as you can see, the prominent large table in the center of the room, and it seems that the majority of people seem to be sat around this table. You notice there is a dwarf taking their food, choosing to reside in the corner, in a more quiet location. And there's a jolly fat barkeep who seems absolutely massive. He's like 6.5 foot tall, but also 6.5 foot wide.
He's a ball.
Like, if he falls down, he doesn't get hurt because he just rolls his way across. Okay. But notably, sitting around a small table that looks kind of awkwardly in the way is a collection of 3 elves who seem to have deliberately avoided being anywhere near any.
Oh no.
Oh no.
They're sitting looking menacingly in the corner.
They're not looking menacing. They just seem to be like having their own discussion. Like, they don't seem objectively hostile or anything. They're just in their own clique or so, unlike everyone else that seems to be engaging with the social nature of the tavern. Like, they seem like the kind of folk who are here just because it provides food and somewhere to sleep.
Jojo!
Can we hear a Jojo?
Did you guys hear Jojo? Yeah.
We did hear Jojo.
Sorry. Was slow on the mute button there.
No, absolutely zero worry.
It's adorable.
That was cute.
He's a cute guy. So I'm going to drag my children here, and we're going to try and sit somewhere that feels like safe, if you will.
I mean,
and,
as said, there's a central table which almost everyone seems to be residing around.
Okay.
You can just find a spot and pull up there.
All right. So I think if we can do that, especially if we can do that where like I can naturally watch the aforementioned group, right? Like they're like directly across instead of looking like animals, like craning their heads around. Yeah,
you're trying to get like a seat opposite them. So if like if they were over here, for example, you want to be sat over here. So when you're looking up casually across the table, you can see them.
Exactly.
I was about to say,
and I'm gonna sit Ash closer to them, and Svetlana, like, you know, if I was sitting down in those middle 3 or in those right 3 ones, I would put Ash on the left and Svetlana right on purpose.
Okay, I understand.
Like,
dare he divide us up?
No, I want to put you closer to the elves.
I know you intend.
We have to walk by you to talk to us.
I'm wondering, is anybody raising an eyebrow when I'm sitting down there, or acting somewhat suspiciously?
So there's the kind of idle curiosity at the strange arriving. They kind of look up and go, glance at you, but you're clean now and you're not covered in mud and blood. So there's a slight recoil of pulling, basically kind of making space for you, but maybe making a little bit too much space for you because you're a stranger.
No, because I'm an elf and I demand respect.
Yeah, exactly. But either way, space is being made for you and like things pulled away to make sure you have your little space.
Well, we are coming in dressed like warriors, and they don't know us, so that does make sense.
I mean, to me, this makes sense. This is not suspicious at all. Okay, so nobody is here to kill me. That's good.
Yeah, nobody's actively looking hostile.
First of all, we want to communicate what we have discovered by talking to Cedomir about the potential elf that has been visiting this tavern not 3 days ago, if I remember correctly.
Okay, sharing with the pot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Cedomir. Cedomir means something different.
Yeah. Cedomir. It's also spelled Cedomir.
Can you write this down? And what does Cedomir mean?
I mean, Cedomir mean like sod.
We'll tell you
a
when you're
pile of
older.
wet. Yeah, yeah, we'll tell you when you're older.
Ah, God damn it. I shouldn't have brought up that I'm not an adult.
By the way, you guys have been spelling it all different kinds of ways, and I think that's adorable, and that's absolutely fine. Don't worry too much about it.
Never trust my spelling.
There's at least 4
I
different
shouldn't have
spellings.
googled this.
Quan just googled sodomy live on stream. Love to hear it. You love to see it. Only here at twitch.tv/TheLagstorm.
Yeah,
I'm
look
so
up
used to
Goatsy
Googling
if you
stuff.
really want to know.
No, fuck
at what?
no.
Look up
No.
Goatsy if you really want to know.
No, do not.
Absolutely not.
Okay, yeah, I won't do it.
Like
okay, I'm fine.
genuinely don't. Genuinely don't. Like that isn't a like I'm trying to like just don't. It's you don't need
So
that.
I have to say, the first result that I got was a World of Warcraft character named Cedomir. The second was not. That's all I'm going to say.
Yep, makes sense.
All right, we're trying to talk to our new best friend,
Your new best friend?
the bar guy.
Oh,
Yes, the jolly barkeep.
Jolly Barkeep's the Jolly Barkeep's like, oh, good evening. You folks want some food then?
Well, we haven't eaten yet, right? The others have eaten.
Yeah, this
We haven't
is
eaten.
true. And we want to take Seirian back a sandwich, so I will get us some food.
And order some extra meat for Seirian.
Yes.
Okay, so you are given a wheat porridge with sliced meat on top. As you order some extra meat, he'll also slice some and wrap it in a parchment paper for you. There are vegetables on a central tray that are available, and people seem to be spearing at them as they choose.
Can I have a glass of milk?
The barkeep is gonna stroke his chin and be like, "Ah, a milk drinker, eh? We'll see what I can do."
Fucking milk drinkers.
Yeah. I'll ask the barkeep for a barley ale.
Slams it down, like almost reflexive. Like you're midway through the sentence, and there's a cup and there's ale in it in front of you, done with aplomb and skill.
Yeah, that's literally what everybody will drink.
Yeah, what's everyone else drinking? Like when I look around.
Honestly, barley ale's pretty much all around.
So that just I'll literally would just point at what any like that.
Yeah.
You get one.
I mean, you
So
seem to be
these-
the type that is fine
I'm
with
traveling. I'm not here to order what I want. I'm here to order what you guys drink.
Yeah, I'll have a barley ale for the old man. And,
Just so you're aware, these types of ales would be a small beer in that they're intended to taste decent and be fairly low alcohol.
This is my table beer.
Yeah, this is your table. But yes, you have your porridge and meat. Vegetables are available. You
I'll
want
take the
them.
vegetables as well, yeah.
Okay.
Do I get a glass of milk, actually? Is that actually happening?
He's working on it. It may be a little bit.
Okay.
Like
Yeah, okay.
he doesn't necessarily have milk to hand. Having fresh milk, I mean that stuff spoils in like a day. So like has anyone milked a cow today? Like we get that.
oh my god, I decided just like my mum.
I mean, I
Talking
appreciate
to a
that.
person. Is that actually happening?
It's actually yeah. He's trying to make it happen.
Get the man a barley beer.
I mean, I did not expect to get milk in a bar. That's what I'm coming from. I cannot drink alcohol, so I need something.
You can drink this alcohol. It's not that alcoholic.
Be
It's
careful,
not
you
allowed,
don't know
no.
where
I cannot do
that
this.
milk came from.
It's fine. It's a natural proceed, right?
All right.
Perception check to see.
See what's in there.
I absolutely promise I'm not trying to get you drunk.
I mean, I've never touched alcohol, so I wouldn't even know what drunk is.
You might have seen people drunk.
I have seen people drunk, that is true.
So after a few minutes, the barkeep does come back and go, "There you are, sir," and puts in front of you a tankard filled with a milk of some kind, and he'll declare, "Goat milk, finest we had available."
I mean, I'm going to pay him double the price that he wants to sell it me for. Appreciate that.
Very generous of you, sir.
I'm going to drink it, and I actually want to know how it tastes.
It tastes fine. It actually tastes slightly warm still, so you think it was harvested like in the last 10 minutes kind of thing.
Perfect, just like I like it.
It has a distinctly like grassy note for it, which is common for goat milk. So it's much more intense grassiness to it, and perhaps like an addition kind of fat.
Oh, this is perfect, just like my mama would serve me. I'm happy. All right, we can now, start being rude to him and ask for actual informations. Should I be the one being rude?
I'm gonna say, is it common for elves to come this way?
Well, we don't get many of them, but we've had a fair few recently. He glances over to guys behind. Those lot been in here a week. No idea what they're here for, though.
Alright, if they've been here a week, I wonder if that guy we found has anything to do with them. Or if they're looking for him? Because just because he was a skeleton doesn't mean he died last year.
No, especially not.
we don't have anything particularly identifying, but they might be looking for an elf. Wait a minute. I wonder if they know the elf they are meeting.
Yeah, same thought here.
Because if they do know the elf that they are meeting, then we can just ask about it. But if they don't know the elf that they are meeting, well, we have an elf right here.
Oh yes, we have an elf right here. Oh no, we have an elf right here. Oh god.
I think maybe this elf. How would an elf try to, I don't know, chat up other elves?
I mean, you can leave that to me, but I don't think we should go there just yet.
Okay.
Know all the right forms to approach an elf.
Because I don't think this barkeep's gonna know anything more than, like,
We
people a
could
bit in
ask
here.
him about the weapon, like try to not... We shouldn't show him the weapon, but we could ask him about the hilt, because Cedomir saw it.
I have a quick question. Is
Yes.
Jason here?
That's also something, yeah.
Yeah, we probably want to clue him in on any plans so that
Conspicuously, he's not.
Okay, that's very interesting.
We should also
I-
ask about Jason.
yeah, we'll ask the barkeep about Jason. Hey, fella, chap, me man, lovely, darling, sweetheart, nice person. Have you seen Inspector Jason? Just Jason. He wears blue armor, gold trims. He's a bit
Rings
of
a
a
lot.
prick with a gun.
Yeah, I saw him. He had a drink yesterday. Ain't seen him since.
So he hasn't stayed here?
Barkeep shakes his head.
Are there any other taverns in town?
This is the only one in town.
Any
Right.
inns? Any way to stay over here?
Well, I mean, he could be staying on a farm. Like, plenty of people pay that. Plenty of people stay at them rather than pay for the room here.
I think he would have come to us if that was the case. Wait, just to be clear, there's no brothels around here, is there?
Well, there's a lassie down in the south that's good to lads, but no brothel.
Alright.
It's good to the lads.
I'm just covering my bases.
It's a good question.
Fucking dying over here.
I'm just thinking of where every single place our inspector could have just, like, abandoned us to.
Yeah, I mean, is he the type to just leave us and go back and just...
For all
you
I know, he could have straight up abandoned us, or he
Yeah.
could have been murdered.
Yeah, that's the question. Right, do we have to look for him now, or do we think he just went back to HQ, basically? He didn't say that. He said he would stay here.
I'm not worrying about him.
I'm not worrying about him either. I think we'll solve one mystery at a time, and maybe
Yeah,
we'll
okay.
find out what happened to Jason along the way anyway.
Right.
I do know
Jason.
there's an inconspicuous dwarf in one corner, and there's the elves in the other corner. It makes more sense for us to have somebody speak to the elves. Who's the perfect person here? I'm looking at Ash. Who would be the most optimal person here? I mean, I can go and speak to the elves.
No, I will do it, but maybe we should talk in private first.
Yes, I am going to take Ash by the hand and disappear into a corner of which Eli would think would be inappropriate to follow us.
Okay. Okay.
If that's how it's gonna be, then Eli's just gonna keep watching. Just hanging out, vibing old man style.
Choose a corner here.
Ask the bartender for some liquor. You got any grain alcohol over there, bud? I'm gonna be here a while.
Yeah, I'm just
He offers you some peach schnapps.
Perfect. I'll take it. If that's
Yep.
what he's got.
I'm just grabbing you for a quickie, Randy, over here.
Fucking hell.
Claire doesn't know what's happening.
That's a child you've got there. It's a child.
She's also a child.
That's true. That's actually fair. They're about the same age in, like, relative years.
Yeah, I'm 19 and he's 65, but
They're about
yeah,
the same age in dog years.
technically the same age.
So what Lag maybe missed earlier, because you had to get up quickly, is that I was passed a note.
Yeah. I do remember I was told about the note and something about the age.
Do you want to start?
Yeah.
Ask the question.
Who are you?
I'm Ash.
You are not Ash.
Oh, okay, you mean like a honest answer. You were... Okay, so you were asking about me
Yeah.
being here to kill you. Why would you think I'm here to kill you?
I need to know exactly who you are before I can trust you. You've helped us before. If you were going to kill me, then why not just assassinate me?
Why would you think I would kill you? Is there somebody out there that is about to kill you?
You are in some kind of magical disguise. I saw that when I used the detect magic. I saw it again when Eli walked past you with the magic crystal and it just glowed like a beam. Who are you? Because you are not what you look like.
I had no idea that you figured that out. I guess there's not really a reason for me to hide it then. I'm going to pull something from under my armor, I guess, and you can see this, just for your eyes. Nix and German is not allowed to look. This is a lunar opal that I stole from my family house. I was told that it's a way to magically disguise myself. Turns out this is correct, but not in the way I was thinking. It does disguise myself, but I'm unable to take it off anymore. So I'm stuck in this form, and, well, it seems like it's cursed, and I'm trying to find a way to break the curse, which is why I don't know if you noticed that, I actually found a moonstone earlier. Well, I guess Elijah found a moonstone, but I quickly snagged it. Maybe this moonstone can help me somehow to break this curse. I don't know how. Maybe I should have just asked the Elthryn, but I was afraid to mention it in front of the Elthryn.
Right. I do have questions.
Do ask your question. I think I'm rather suspicious still.
I am suspicious of you, too. I am worried. Are you saying that you left your family?
I left my family behind. I ran away.
Oh. So your family are very much alive?
My family is alive, my father and my mother.
Right. I'm not going to inquire as to your reasons, but you were definitely not told to track somebody down and kill them.
I'm not told to track anybody down. I have lived for quite a while out in the wild until the opportunity arose to join this mercenary company. And this is how I ended up here. And ever since I took this jewel, I've also tried to find a way, and I thought maybe this way I can get into a position where I find the resources to free myself of this curse.
Right. So you are literally just looking for a way to free yourself of a curse? And
yeah.
I'm not going to inquire as to your personal situation. Just, you are an elf, right?
I am an elf. That is still true.
Right.
I think you can tell by the booty. The booty doesn't lie.
All right.
It's true.
All right.
The booty does not lie.
The hips don't lie.
Nothing can disguise that. No magic in the world can disguise this booty.
That's all I needed to know. I'm afraid there's an elf, they're in disguise, but you seem like you could have killed me by now if you'd have wanted to.
Oh, trust me, I had many opportunities.
You hurt me. So I'm willing to believe that that's not what your intention is. In that case,
when I say that I wouldn't share the secret with you if you hadn't found out. There was no reason to concern you with my personal problems whatsoever.
You're not somebody famous, are you? I mean, you don't have to tell me who, just, curious.
Well, I don't think I am famous at all, no. Not even within the elf society.
Alright, this is just a family thing then, and I get it. I really, really get it. So, in that case, I won't tell anybody. But, if you do anything that's really suspicious, I'll let everybody know immediately.
I understand. That is understandable. I will not do anything that will harm you in any way, or the other ones at that.
Okay.
That is not my intention.
Alright. So that's literally all I needed to say, all I needed to know. Okay.
You're not going to say who's out here to kill you, are you?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Exactly. I thought it could have been you.
But you know that somebody's after you.
It doesn't particularly matter about me. What matters is that just because you're not what you look like doesn't mean that you aren't who you say you are, okay?
That is true.
So, and then we get back to the investigation.
Let us do that. I will conveniently slip over to the elves slowly. I guess you stay behind or go rejoin the group while I'll do my elf things. Maybe stay close. I'd rather feel comfortable if you stay not too far away, just in case. You know how elves can be.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give a bit of room.
All right.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need another one of those peach schnapps. I guess that's what we're drinking.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also,
definitely need another one. Definitely chasing that with the table beer.
Svetlana, take inspiration.
Thank you.
Just as a complete aside, as a GM, I think it's really cool that you, as a character, are getting into character and being in character.
Character's cool. Role-playing's fun.
Yeah?
It is.
Okay, yeah, out of character. So someone wrote me a message earlier. I was like, fuck. I went oh shit, how does she know?
Incredible.
I'm not emotionally prepared for this. Oh god. Oh, this was good. enjoy this.
Okay, so you part from your date as far as Elijah's concerned. Like, you literally just dragged Ash off. He's like, hey, you're underage. Let's go on a corner date.
We were saying this all close and touching hands so that nobody actually could hear our conversation.
I know.
It probably looked quite intimate.
No doubt. And there was lots of intense emotions going across your various faces as well.
Yeah, and...
Yeah, it was very serious and very heartbreaking.
He showed me a secret thing from his pocket, so I imagine, you know.
I am hiding that again. Nobody can see it.
Yeah, nobody can see it.
So, the elves are at the table. Eli is drinking heavily after what he's just seen. What are you doing to try and ascertain information?
I'm going to slowly approach them and greet them in the usual way that elves greet each other by making a victory sign to them.
Okay. So...
He's like, you have free reign to do whatever you want with elves, Kron.
And he makes a peace sign.
Yeah.
Hey, it's fair.
The classic victory sign, a thumbs up.
So one of the elves will guard you briefly, and then...
Greetings, Moonlight Doe. What can I do upon this spring day? You would note that it isn't spring, and also he's speaking Elven.
Is it summer then, currently?
Yes, it is summer.
And is that a man or a woman talking to me?
It is a man. You can tell, you're an elf. You're like, yeah, this is a guy.
Yeah, I can tell. Greetings, brethren. I greet you on this summer day. You might be mistaken. The spring has passed.
As I gaze into your eyes, I assure you, your spring youth is found.
He's basically saying
Okay.
you're a child.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. All right, understand. I'm being treated like a child. All right, that is fair. Let me think. I didn't know that speaking with elves is so uncomfortable.
You don't have to be as flowery as them. I'm gonna try and be flowery because that's how I feel the elven language is.
I was trying to get into the elf talk, but I don't think I am capable of upholding that image.
Yes, no worries. And besides, you're a moon elf, which, they have a different culture.
Oh, okay, I thought they were moon elves because they were greeting me appropriately.
Moon elves are fucking nerds in elf culture.
These guys, as far as you can tell, are wood elves. They are
okay.
very deep in the season, based on their dialect.
All right. Well, that is my bad then. Well, then I speak like a street fuck, I guess. It seems to me that you were expecting me.
He'll furrow his brow and then say, I do not believe I was expecting any elf.
Oh, is that true? I thought you were waiting for somebody here. Is that not why you're here?
You can see a kind of suspicious glance go over his face. The other two elves, they've kind of gone from being distracted and not caring about you to a more serious glance.
So when that happens, I'm also going to I'm not drinking. I'm staring at them now. Now that I know they're not looking at me, I get to just stare at them and watch what they're doing, under the table, etc.
Yeah, I'm also making sure that if they're gonna go and attack, I want to be ready, but I don't want to look like I'm being ready.
The elf there will declare,
I do not believe that I was waiting for some Moonlight Doe, and were I nonetheless, I assure you that you are not that doe.
Has essentially told you politely fuck off because
Yeah.
he has no idea what you want.
Curious. I might be mistaken then. I know I have been bothering you at this point already, and I apologize. Because I was expecting to meet somebody here, but I want to make sure that if you're not the one, have you seen another elf around?
You can see their expression changes from this seriousness to this more inquisitiveness. They were thinking, you can tell that they were thinking maybe we're going to have to, maybe some shit was going to get started, but now it's gone to a stage of okay, we need to prepare it. And they will inquire,
Then pray tell, to whom is it that you would meet? For we would have interest in that most certainly.
I was told to meet in elf at this day, right here, at this time, but he seems to be amiss.
Then I can only suggest that we are twins of the same kin, for it is ourselves that are searching for an elf.
Curious how we both meet in the same tavern at the same time and look for the same elf. Have you gotten any information regarding the remain of the elf?
I am very certain who it is we seek, but I do not know there were others whom they'd meet. Perhaps it is simply the same entity we seek.
See, I feel like we are looking for the same person, and maybe we should not try to fight each other here, and instead try to find the one we are looking for together.
So the elf that seems to be in charge of the group will look at the other two elves and then stare at you. stroke their face a moment as they think, and eventually come to a conclusion, nodding at the people across from them, and then they say, "Then come, let us stride across the grasses, so that we may discuss more privately that which we seek."
Ooh.
I think that they might have to beat the crap out of these guys.
I agree to your terms. I kindly accept this and accompany you.
As they get up, both the other two elves go up and they start walking with you out.
I think I will follow from a respectable distance. I might gesture to Eli to do the same.
See. Okay. Would you perhaps like to roll a stealth check?
I mean, we're all walking out of a tavern. It's not really...
Yes, but there's a difference between walking out of a tavern and walking out of a tavern and following the group that just left,
Oh, right.
who you've been staring at intently.
Yeah, I suppose there is that. I don't have any stealth.
Eli, are you coming with?
Hell no.
Okay. But okay, Svetlana.
You are following Ash and the 3 elves, and you can hear them talking. And once they gain a little bit of distance, you can hear the lead elf speak to Ash and say, "Pray tell to me, why are we so pursued by one so heavy-footed as she?"
She is, well, an important person to me, and she's keeping an eye on me. You have not to worry about her.
But perhaps she has to worry about us.
Oh,
But we seek the information that you know.
This is when it's right to be racist. Be racist against her. You're just like a human who follows me around. It's like a cat.
Didn't you see me pouring at her earlier?
Oh, that's so good. But they
It gives
will...
me a good stroke every now and again. She's a pet.
Oh my fucking god. Someone, no! No! Bad summer, spray that girl down. But yeah, so they'll have deliberately... So, I want to be clear. You can stop this from happening by choosing not to follow. But they are going to deliberately try and guide you somewhere, like, secluded, where people can't perceive.
Svetlana's the only one following me right now.
Yes, that is...
Well, then I'm going to stop following them.
Okay, that's fair and reasonable.
I was hoping for some other people to follow us, but I guess that didn't happen.
Oh, my bad. I didn't realize that you wanted me to start a fight. I thought we were trying
Well,
to
I
not
didn't
start
want
a
this to
fight.
be the start of a fight. I wanted it to be a situation where we have position in
standoff?
that we can...
A negotiating position.
That's it, yeah, a negotiation
My
position.
bad.
We don't have a negotiation position anymore.
Yeah, we can't
It
intimidate them.
happens. Like,
I'm
it's
sorry.
very...
I
Like,
read that wrong.
it's how it goes. But, like, as you stop following them, they'll turn to face you and say, "I am very curious to the reasons why you ask these questions and why you are so willing to come. Pray tell to me the reasons of your curiosity about this elf. For clearly you know the danger in which you..."
Well, to put it bluntly, this is my job, and I'm here to track this elf down. And at this point, I have exhausted all the informations I had, and now I'm basically just looking for any way to confirm that this elf actually exists. Because so far, I have nothing else apart from he was here.
Then in this we are so twin, for I have searched high and low and found no answers there. It seems you bring us on a chase of empty promises.
Well, I don't remember promising you anything other than cooperation in searching this elf. I was hoping you might have a new lead. It appears that you have exhausted your informations as well, in which case I might just have to look for another lead, which I don't think I will find. This might be a dead end for this mission.
What end do you seek this individual?
Well, as I said, it's my mission. I was tasked to find this elf.
To what end? For surely that is not the entirety.
Well, normally that's it. I am tasked to find the elf and bring him back. That is my mission. And if I do so, I get paid.
In that case, the elf will simply twist their cloak, catching the wind, and stomp away, clearly frustrated and upset, and done with your bullshit.
We could have been friends.
I mean, to be fair, you get the idea that these guys were planning to beat you up.
Oh, yes. Yes, I got that. I think I was very close again.
I kind of wanted to follow them and then give them a good beating off.
I wanted to do that as well. But I'm scared. It's 3 versus 2.
The elves depart unless you physically impede.
I don't see any reason to stop them.
Yeah, unfortunately not.
Yeah.
We could surprise attack them now, but I feel like kind of this was a nice standoff. This would be kind of dishonorable, and they're elves. I respect them somewhat.
If we could have guided them towards Ceirian, then this
That
would be entirely different.
Yeah, exactly.
But okay,
This is very unfortunate, though.
those elves have departed. What do you guys?
I walk out of the bar at that moment,
Okay.
and I
see
just
the
I
elves?
ask how it's going. Yeah, I'm like, oh, your friends leave?
Elves storming down the street. Those two like standing meters apart.
You'll not learn anything?
Yeah, we had a nice little talk. Just usual elf stuff, you know. Nothing too dangerous. Apart from that, I almost got killed again. How does this keep happening to me? Yeah, so I did not
No
learn
comment.
anything apart from them being on a search for another elf. Mainly the same elf that we are looking for. And now they know that we are, well, at least that I'm looking for, and that Svetlana here is accompanying me, so it will not be long if they keep around that they will also know that you are looking for the elf. And I don't know if that's good or bad. I
Doesn't
cannot
matter.
really...
They don't want a fair fight with us, so it's fine.
You know what? I think if they don't want a fair fight with us, then maybe we could get more information out of them. In the same way that they were planning to essentially take you around the corner and give you a good hiding.
Oh yeah, I'm totally down for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you guys wanted to try again tomorrow night, like using Ash as bait,
We'll bring
You think they
Ceirian with
will
us
fall
this
for that
time.
again? I feel like we
I mean,
need
I think we could do something pretty. We could try.
Well, I'm willing to go with whatever idea.
If that's what you guys wanted to do, I'm saying we could definitely try that.
We'll
I think
bring.
we have, I think we have like 2 really obvious plans of action tomorrow. Then,
Yeah,
like we're gonna be like, let's go to the face circle with the mother.
Oh yeah, true. And then
and then and then we can use Ash as bait sometime later, like that evening, to try and like maybe like they don't know Seirian. That's the other option. Is like they've never seen Seirian, so like Seirian could go approach them.
How far are they from me?
The elves.
Yeah, like everyone basically, because they are all there.
15-minute walk, maybe.
Mm.
I think they will plan to stay at the Cedomir.
Yeah, which I think was always the plan. So in theory, she's close to there, right?
She's in that general vicinity. The distance from Levitz proper to the Cedomir house isn't that far.
So if someone screams, I'm going to hear it.
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah, and you know the bird will. If I need you, the bird will wake you up, and you can follow it to me. That's the idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can always find us like that makes it like okay for you to be like with the dog outside of town, is that we always have a way of like knowing where the other one is.
Okay.
Also, you guys were gonna go pick up a muzzle.
Yes.
I'm just gonna say that you can do that. That is an inventory item. You can just acquire them. I'm assuming that one can be found, made, otherwise back. But okay, I think we should wrap up here with you guys heading back to the Cedomir household. Collect the dog staying outside, presumably cared for by Ash or Seirian, somebody. Not that big a deal. I think that wraps us up for today.
That was really fun.
Yes, I had fun, and I feel like I have closure for the day.
Yeah, this is a good ending scene for sure.
You guys are like so close to piecing it together.
I cannot. No, I don't feel that.
I'm like, it's either the elves or it's the father. At some point, we might just end up murdering everybody.
I would probably kill everybody because I have no idea. Like,
I mean, yeah,
You'll
no, you've got
try
a lot
it.
of suspicions, but you've got like a couple more things that once you do, you're going to be like, oh, fuck, yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, Hana also brought up Eliza, the high priest, as somebody that might communicate with the Fae.
Yep, it's true. I'm kind of surprised at how much you guys seem to really be into this and enjoying this, considering how this was almost entirely like narrative mystery.
I'm really enjoying the fights. I'm enjoying the mystery.
We're good at inventing our own mystery.
I mean, this mystery is so surprisingly good. Yeah, it's
I
great.
really like everybody's character. Nyx is adorable.
Oh, yeah.
thank you.
Sorry, my mind is trying to do the reflexive thing of finishing up a session where I just close everything out, but no, I've got to raid out like this. I'm
Yeah, you
streaming.
have to like wrap up stream. Yeah.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, in the Discord, I will post stuff like the session summary, the content that I used in this stream. So if you want to grab my tokens and my, they're in there. They're available under Creative Commons. So you can just use them in your own stuff, even for stream. Okay, ladies and gentlemen,
Okay.
have a wonderful day.
Bye-bye.
Anyone else want to say bye?
Bye bye.
Bye.
See you guys.